better boss up, nigga.
What's going on, everybody? This Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to Tuesday Night Gordita. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish. The King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator Coach Stradamus. And yes, you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy, but you can call me CGA, C God Allah, and I'll be the 14. The 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. Boy, do we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about... you see the main event topic there. It's really not the main event. We just chilling for the evening, getting ready for the week. I hope you guys are having a good week. Main event topic, 5-figure problems that keep Mitches from winning. We're going to have that throughout the day show. We're going to have a little bit of fun where we chilling like a villain. And I hope you guys enjoy this particular show. To contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, let's chill for the evening. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We also have a woman that says she's looking for a man to pay all the bills.
I got money.
She's looking to trick on a man. She's a cougar. And wait till you see her. She is a nice piece of work. All right. Did you guys see my Instagram live? All right. You guys saw my Instagram live. I was out there at the golf course having a good time, hitting some golf balls and working on my form, and then telling you guys some life lessons related to taking on a new endeavor. Although golf is something that I picked up while I was in freshman year of college. Are
you a freshman at the university?
No.
All right.
You look like
but
a
I
freshman.
took you out to the golf course in a live session. And of course, you know, I was out there and yeah, if I was talking about these 304s, I would have had way more people, but they came in and, you know, people went in and checked out. All right. As expected. But anyway, we're going to have a great show for you lined up today. Do me a favor, man. Hit the like button on today's show. And let me check if there's any contributors that we missed from the early morning show as I signed off. Or, give me a second, any contributors that have chimed in for the evening show. Thank you for being here. And we're not going to money shame you. All right, we're not going to money shame you, but we're just going to give you a different perspective to teach you some tools to recognize how, you know, life works. Just some experience here from an elder. Shout out to Clarence Nelson, who was watching my IG live stream. He says, I'm watching your IG live stream, dropping major blue chips out here. And yes, I was applying the golf lesson to life and things that you need to pay attention to. Yeah, they didn't want to watch golf. They were like, this nigga out here playing golf, what kind of nigga is this? All right. All right, but my man Clarence was watching the IG live stream, dropping some blue chips on this life and elevating through life. We talked about networking. We talked about keeping your head down, not lifting your head up too soon to look at your results. Also, not looking at other people's results, focusing on the ball in front of you and all of these things, pause, so we can get you guys in the winning mindset, the championship mindset. We headed to the championship. I am, and I hope you guys are too in your personal life. We got champions in here, and that's what we're talking about. Shout out to our brother. It is Jedi. Right. Shout out to you. You had no message, or at least I see no message. So I appreciate you for chiming in, chipping in. Maybe that was that during the live stream? Nope, it's during this live stream. It wasn't during the IG live stream. Indeed. All right, let me check in over here to make sure. If not, we will continue with the showdown, the showcase showdown here. And Bob Barker said, just right. I like when a woman's age just right. All right. How old is old enough? All right. How old is too young? She's aged just right. All right. All right. What do you think is a proper age gap? What do you think is a proper age gap? There is no proper age gap. I mean, it's based on who's comfortable with who. who's zooming who. All right, but some people are mature enough to handle a age gap that is significant. Some people are not. Some people are ready. Some people are not. Some people can see it. Some people cannot. So yes, you know, I have an age gap of nearly 30 years. All right, 30 years. What a dirty old man you are.
I got money.
And I've had them even longer than that, but not that much longer. All right, I've done. Don't call the police on me, brothers. Not that much. All right, but I had them right about in that. Yeah, right in there. All right, almost 30 years. Almost 30 years. Shout out to our brother Marcellus Brown. Says, I joined the money mindset. It is amazing, coach. He says, I know you are teaching, yet you have these bum-ass Mitches who don't listen or hear. He says, your time is your money is your attention, and your attention is your energy. Keep putting your shine in these ninjas' face. He says, hold that motherfucking trophy up, coach. We on some winning time here. All right. We on some winning time. I get it, man. All right. You like, these social media people are showing us a false reality. I'm like, really? Nigga, me? Too aggressive? All right, me too aggressive, man. I mean, I don't know what it is, but let me see if I can pull this up as an example. And shout out to all my supporters in the major way. I appreciate y'all. Let me see if I can pull this up just to show what we're showing here. He says, no more participation trophy ninjas out here, brothers. Somebody said, what did I miss? All right, let me see if I can find the. Oh, he deleted the comment. He deleted the comment. All right. Yeah. Wow. All right. He deleted the comment. It's, let's see here. Yep. He deleted the comment. All right. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. He deleted the comment. So it was on my video where I called it Money Talks Bullshit Walks after I spent all weekend showing receipts. And I'm going to keep bringing this up. Niggas like, you keep talking about it? Or yes, if you missed it, you missed it. And we told you about the fake, the phonies, the frauds, the theories. We only printing receipts over here. And somebody came in there and said, yeah, man, coach, man, you know, I enjoy your content, but stop bragging so much. And we said, nah, nigga, we ain't going to do this, fam. We ain't going to do this. I said, I'm just getting started, and I really am. I'm just getting started at this, and I ain't trying to brag or boast. I don't have a perfect life, man. My life is, but, you know, ain't no sense of hiding accomplishments in this world, because in this world, to be accomplished means a great thing. And no matter how you got it, you got it. No matter how you got it, you got it. And so for men, they're still uncomfortable with me seeing me do this. And they're thinking that, well, stop flexing. Don't brag. We ain't going to do that. We ain't doing that Mitch ass shit over here. Right? We ain't doing it. I'm not going to do that shit, bro. We've been saying this for years. No, sirree. I don't know what it is. I put in the work. I paid the cost. I took the sacrifices. I weathered the storm. Ninja, I fought off the dragon. Nigga, I'm going to say, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. You can root against me. You won't be the first. You won't be the first. Guys, do you know every day there's a lot of people rooting for me and a lot of people rooting against me? There's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I would say there's about 20 content creators every day rooting against me. Content creators that have large audiences. They have six-figure audiences, well above 100K. And these niggas right now, every day, them niggas hoping that I stop. These niggas wake up hoping that I died this morning. You know who they are. You don't have to name them. They hoping that I don't get up they hoping that I stop streaming. So if you are a faceless person and you're rooting against me, nigga, join the motherfucking club, as they say. Baby girl, fall in line. Fall in line. Fall in line. You just gonna be another person rooting against me, bruh. And as 50 said, we need haters for their energy, but we also need the supporters. But we also know at the same time that you can't drink your own bathwater. You can't read your own press. At the end of the day, you gotta press on. There's people been hating on me and rooting against me for a long time, nigga. You just gonna be one of another one. All right, you just gonna be another guy. And at the end of the day, maybe it comes true. But I am living this. We're just living it out, and you're seeing the improvement, the growth. You're seeing it, and it's important that you see it because this is what I said I was gonna do, and I did it. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if I was faking the funk, then there would be something wrong with it. All right, so I agree with that. If I'm faking and lying, all right, yeah, then there's something wrong with it. In our culture, we do have to get used to that. So we named this stream the 5-figure problems that keep Mitches from winning and trying to keep you from winning. And we're going to identify those as we go on along with today's show. Shout out to our brother, Marcellus Brown. He said he joined the money mindset. He joined the money mindset, which is hard for people to do. I get it. All right. It's hard. There's trust. It's behind a paywall. It's another one of these things. Why? Why do I need this information? I don't need it. But people have joined the money mindset and they have vouched that it is worth it. Guys, there are people that join the money mindset and they're like, this is master MBA level information. There are people that join the money mindset and they have said that you should be raising the price. All right. That's how dedicated I am to trying to get people on this shit. Like, they're like, bruh, this shit is underpriced. And I pride myself on that. But let me tell you, bruh, I'm pretty sure I can click on this comments. I'm pretty sure there's some Mitches in here. Hold on. Let me check. He says, damn, I'm missing the OG price. He says, what time on Sundays? Okay, all right, there it is right there. This is the best, this to me, and I've joined many courses or many mindsets. This is the best motherfucking mindset thing going on social media right now. Okay? This is the best, and look at our money mindset brothers right here. This could easily be 200, 250, 300 a month. I mean, it could be, but you know, I'm trying to get a couple more people in. But this is, it's straight camaraderie, networking, and it ain't even at its full potential. We are on year 3 of the money mindset, and I'm loving it. And y'all missing it. Y'all missing it. And this is even, I'm telling you, this is the best shit going right now. Nobody got nothing better than this mastermind group. They don't got nothing better than this. All right. There's nothing on YouTube better than this or off YouTube mastermind than money mindset. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the people that are a part of it, the people that are consistently there contributing. I'm part of the direction that it's going. It is what he says, been in since day one. All right. Hey, man. If you want to know, man, there's going to be a link coming around there. Just go ahead and click the link, money mindset level, man. He said it should be 200 a month. Easily. And the people, if I ever do that, it's only going to be the new people that get a raise up. All right. The old school people, y'all going to be grandfathered in. Don't worry. All right. Or I'll raise it like $5 for y'all niggas. Okay. Shout out to the group of the money mindset. All right. So who else was in here? Did I get everybody? Marcella said he joined the money mindset. He said it's amazing. 100%, 100. Dude, yeah. Anyway. All right. Shout out to Brayon says a great man once said, I have the power. I have the power. When you get the power and you get, or a great man once say, give me the knife. All right. Anybody ever see that Golden Child? Give me the knife. All right, yes, indeed. Somebody said, I'm grandfathered in on locals. You winning. All right, you are winning if you grandfathered in. And I'm not really paying that much attention. But what I'm paying attention to right now, all right, what I'm paying attention to right now is, all right, who want to pay attention to something? This is what I'm paying attention to at the moment. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Hey, shit, we need to get that music louder. All right, this is what I'm paying attention to.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. Them saggy waggies gonna be, them things gonna hit the flow. Them things gonna hit the flow. That's what we doing out here, all right? Because it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Sheesh. All right. All right. She almost got all three. The face is all right. All right. But everything else just.
Oh, the humanity.
That's what we paying attention to. Goodness. She got that Laffy Taffy out here. Oh, God. All right. That bra is something else, bruh. That shit is holding up. Let's go, Mamacita. Oh, nigga, I bet y'all want to know who this is. All right, I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you, mama. All right, mommy, milkers. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, the humanity.
Jesus, and I like her hair, too. I need to impregnate this one right here. All right, if she need me, I got her right here. All right, I'm impregnating this one. All right. All right, goodness. That bra doing a miraculous job out there. Holy mackerel. Woo! 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 All right, anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
All right, goodness. Goodness gracious. All right, anyway. This nigga said that's a transformer. Bruh, they don't make fake titties like that. They don't not make fake titties like this. Why do dudes be coming in here? That's a man. You know that ain't no man. They do not make titties. Guys, a transformer does not have milkers like that, bro. Those are real titties. All right, anyway. All right.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
How do people be coming in? That's a man. Have you been around titties? Have you been around titties? All right. They don't make titties like that. All right, you cannot buy titties like that. He said those are fake. Those are fake. Okay, the virgins are talking. The virgins are talking. Y'all haven't been around titties, have you? He said because they follow Tate. For real, I don't know, man. Have you been around titties? All right, I've been around a lot of titties. I've been around raisin titties, prune titties, A-cup titties. I've been around fake titties. I've been around slim bitches with fake titties. I've been around big, thick women with fake titties. Fake titties don't move like that. I will tell you with 100% certainty, there ain't no fake titties that will move like this. All right. And it's in the bra. Nah, bruh. Fake titties don't move. No. They don't move like that, bruh. Hey, don't. No. Hey, hold on for a second. All right. Y'all have not been around no milkers. Right here. All right, anyway.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Fake titties do not go like that and like that. They do not jump from this side over and this side. There's not one fake titty that will ever do that. All right, anyway. Them's are real skers. Them real milkers. All right, hold on for a second, just for you guys can see right here. All right, these are real milkers. All right, watch her when she goes left or right. Yeah, bruh. Fake titties don't do that. Nope, not at all. They don't do that. Watch this. Look, here, watch this go again. Yeah, no. Bruh, them is not. Nope, fake titties do not do that. Trust me, I've been around fake titties. I was in Orange County, California, home of the fake titties. I can tell you 100%, thems are real. So I don't know what's going on with you niggas to be like, he said, just say it's AI at this point. I would have went with AI. But let me just tell you, I've been around fake titties. They do not move like that. Them come off and the titties go down south and you will pick them up like this. Okay, anyway, I guess we have to teach a lot of guys here. They just said, that's a man. All right. Oh, no. That's 100% woman. Now, she might have a BBL. All right. Uh-oh. All right, shout out to somebody. Sign into your fake account, nigga. All right, shout out to you. That's a sister said, that's real breast tissue moving. All right, a woman even said, brothers, can I tell you, man, fake titties do not move like this, bro. They don't move. We got a lot of, yeah, fake titties don't, no. They still learning. All right, but I've been around, bro. They do not move like that. We got to teach guys. And it's funny, dudes be like, that's a man. I'm like, huh? Okay, y'all haven't been around women. It's clear. Even if the woman has a strong chin, you can tell a woman from a man. All right, but oh, my Lord. Let's see here. Okay, enough about that. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle. All right, let's get into it. Atlanta, Georgia. Sync Atlanta. All right, Sync Atlanta. We do have a chance here. For shout out to everybody. Press 1 in the chat if you're from Atlanta, Georgia. Press 1 in the chat if you're from Atlanta. And press 2 in the chat if you've never been outside of Atlanta, if you're in Atlanta. Let me tell you, I have a lot of family from Atlanta. My maternal grandmother is from, where our family is from, Georgia. So I got family in Atlanta. And let me tell you, man, Atlanta is a hellhole. All right, Atlanta is a shit show. But you already know that. But the dating marketplace in Atlanta is absolute tragic. It is tragedy. The life that you live in Atlanta is like no other world, man. This is Atlanta, needs to be sunk. Sink that bitch. All right. And the people who have moved into Atlanta, all right, they literally are the ones sinking it. So in the 90s and the 2000s and into the 2010s, Atlanta was called the Black Mecca, all right? And so as such, people wanted to connect to their roots back in the 90s and the 2000s as to say, hey, I live in this Midwestern city, or I live on the West Coast, or I live in the Northeast. And if I move to Atlanta, I'm going to feel my people. I'm going to feel my blackness. I'm going to feel. So this was a Black Mecca. So people went to it like you would go if you were a Muslim to Mecca. And they felt if that they go to Atlanta, they're going to feel their culture and their people. As a result, people have come from all over the country to move there, and they fucked it up. They messed it up. So a lot of people, I can't blame the original people of Atlanta. All right. I can't blame the original people of Atlanta. Although, yes, these people, the original people of Atlanta are, yeah, it's their fault partially. And some of your pookie spawns, it's your fault. But, yeah, in the 80s. But I will say a lot of the people that screwed up Atlanta are outsiders. Because these people used to be people, country-ass people. Atlanta people were country. Shout out to the Goody Mobu. Shout out to the Goody Mob and Outkast and the Dungeon family. Okay, shout out to everybody there. That was a big pivotal point. Shout out to everybody, Jermaine Dupri and so Def. Shout out to Young Thug and all of these people screwed up Atlanta. Atlanta was not a place where niggas shot each other and you had YNs running around. Hey, big bro. you know, this type of thing. These are the people who have transplanted their way into this city, and they turned a country bumpkin town into a city, a mecca. Yeah. Okay, that's what they did. Atlanta was a country town, bro. We talking about cut off jean pants, jean shorts, straw in their mouth, ashy feet. You know what I mean? Pig feet, eating pork rind. Shout out to Tip, Luda. Shout out to all of them. Well, the transplants fucked it up, and they brought in this bougie Atlanta experience. Right? So then they brought the bougie people in, and then the Duke shooters brought other Duke shooters. There was always Duke shooters there, but they brought in more Duke shooters, and they brought in this whole thing. It's a fake reality. Now, the reason why I talk about this is because I know this. I've been going to Atlanta since the 1980s, and they messed it up. Yo, don't forget about Ursher. Shout out to Ursher and everybody in the what is it? Peace up, A-Town down. All right. But here's it is right here. Survival of the thickest. These are people that I believe are dating in Atlanta. I believe this is the case. Dating in Atlanta. I might be wrong, but let's listen to what it's like to date in Atlanta. Shout out to World Class Championship. No, it's actually WCW. All right. New. Shout out to everybody that used to go down to the Omni. All right, here we go right here. All right, and everybody at the black colleges, the Morehouse people and the Spelman people and the Clark Atlanta, you know, where you can get in with a 1.8. Shout out to everybody there, all right, at them schools there. Okay, so here we go right here. Atlanta dating. All right, hold on for a second.
Love lately.
I am surviving through somebody giving me something that I can't get rid of. Is that right?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too.
You know, and you're still loved.
I was married early.
Let's talk about that.
He had 8 children. One was from a woman that he had one by. She has number 6. And then he cheated on me before we got married and gave her number 8. So she has 6 and 8.
You're a victim.
Yeah, dating in Atlanta, surviving Atlanta.
Not surviving Atlanta.
R.I.P. to him.
He died? How?
He was murdered.
I have a boyfriend, and I currently had my bi awakening, and so I'm also dating 2 other women.
Well, cheers to that.
I dated a guy for about a year, and I didn't know his name.
I'm in a relationship, and he pays all my bills, and I love him.
Okay.
But I'm a stripper.
You're a stripper.
I am.
What does he think about, like, marrying a stripper?
So, I laid it out all on the table. If you can't take me out the club, I was stripping.
Oh, so that's why you said you pay bills.
Yeah.
But not enough bills for you to leave the strip club yet.
Right. Because I love him.
Don't make no sense.
Oh, this your girl? She was saying good stuff about you. So what have you been surviving in love lately?
I am surviving through somebody giving me something that I can't get rid of.
Yeah, brothers. Yeah, man. Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. Shout out to Atlanta. This is for all you people that are somewhere in the Northeast and the Midwest wishing you can go down to Atlanta to be with your people. Yes. These are your people. These are your people, and these people don't even know no better. First of all, weighing in at 425 pounds. Somebody gave this big broad some herpes. Somebody gave this big broad some herpes right here.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, somebody gave this big broad herpes. I mean, what more can I say, man? What more can I say? Atlanta, Georgia. At least she got ass though. And it ain't one. She said, I'm surviving somebody giving me something. She don't even know who gave it to her. I'm pretty sure. Okay. She don't even know who gave it to her. So this is Atlanta, y'all. I mean, this is what they doing now at the Black Mecca.
Is that right?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah.
You're still loved.
I was married early.
Let's talk about that.
He had 8 children.
All right, 8 children. Sounds about Atlanta.
One was from a woman that he had one by. She has number 6. And then he cheated on me before we got married and gave her number 8.
Yeah. Here we go. I mean, this is Atlanta. You got a guy that got 6 kids. You married him. You gave him 6. Well, he had 5 kids. You married him early. Obviously, this is a sugar daddy or an older man. All right, I hope so. Then he gave another woman child 7, and you still gave him the 8th child. Okay. All right, sounds about right.
So she has 6 and 8.
Oh,
You're a victim.
Yeah,
you're a victim, too. You're a victim, of course.
in Atlanta, surviving Atlanta.
Not surviving Atlanta.
All right, Peter Hill.
He died.
Oh, and he died, too. And, of course, guess who deleted him? Okay? She did.
How?
He was murdered.
Oh, yep. There it is. He was murdered, you say? You say he was murdered. Well, it was one of these baby daddies. Could have been you. All right?
And that's you.
But this is what they claim is y'all people, black people, man. Oh, the people, we need to stick together. Okay.
I have a boyfriend, and I currently had my bi-awakening, and so I'm also dating 2 other women.
Yep, 2 other women. And there's the reading rainbow right there in the middle of the street. She had her bi-awakening. She has a boyfriend, and she's dating 2 other women, but genuine burning desire. It's burning down there in Atlanta. Coach, I want something genuine. And she, of course, she's thick, or as I call it, fat. But you're not going to call it fat. I get it. This is Atlanta, y'all. Okay?
Well, cheers to that. I dated a guy for about a year and I didn't know his name.
There you go, right there. But it's the ninja's problems. And look at this woman. She looking like a character off of Fat Albert. I dated a guy for a year and didn't know his name. You mean you let a ninja clap them motherfucking cheeks and dip, aka for free, and you probably got something burning down there betwixt your legs. Who dating that? Nobody. She looked like Mushmouth from Fat Albert. She looked like Mushmouth from Fat Albert. Oh, we found him. Fabby Abby. All right, we got her. Mushmouth. Okay, she looked like Mushmouth from Fat Albert. Let's go back. Where's it at? There she is right there. There's Mushmouth, and there's her. There's Mushmouth from Fat Albert, and this is her. A whole year. Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. And look at her skills here with the dress. Okay. She's a corporate, strong, independent woman, too.
I'm in a relationship, and he pays all my bills, and I love him.
Okay.
All right, we got a sugar daddy, and she loves her sugar daddy. As we told you, it's not just selling punani. It's a sugar daddy. That they love each other.
But I'm a stripper.
You're a stripper.
And she's a stripper. And let's take a look. I mean, she does look like she on her Erykah Badu energy. She does look like she on her Erykah Badu. Would you call her a stripper? Because she's fully clothed. She's showing no skin. Right? You would think a stripper dressed like a stripper all the time, but nope, she's fully clothed. You wouldn't think she's a stripper. I mean, she got Erykah Badu witch energy going on. Stripper.
What does he think about, like, marrying a stripper?
So, I laid it out all on the table. If you can't take me out the club, I was stripping.
Oh, so that's why you said you pay bills.
Yeah.
But not enough bills for you to leave the strip club yet.
Right. Because I love him.
I love him. Guys, you guys got to understand, the monetized dating marketplace don't play. These people think these are actual real relationships, and rightly so. I'm not saying they're not. But they consider these real relationships. And I bet you she can suck a mean deals Nick, right? I bet you can. She can suck a mean one. She been sucking a mean one since she was 13 in Atlanta. But she loves him. And let's see what the sugar daddy is.
Don't make no sense.
Oh, this your girl. She said she was.
And there's the sugar daddy's car. See, guys, when I tell you, you don't have to be rich to be out here tricking. You do not have to drive Porsche 911s. There's some men out here tricking in Kias, especially in Atlanta. Okay? You don't got to be riding G-Wagons. There's niggas supporting witches and getting that gut. They getting that. And he driving a Kia. Come on, man. The monetized dating marketplace. And there is the trick right there. Oh, that's tricking. All right, go ahead. But guess what? You don't got to be driving nice. It's get 'em daddy season out here, bruh. It's get 'em daddy season.
Get him, daddy.
Oh, it's a Nissan or is it a Kia? I can't tell what it is right there. But guys, y'all think you just gonna see what a trick? Oh, I can see it out there. Nah, bruh. All right, he tricking in that, whatever that is. And of course, what is this one saying right here? All right. Oh, okay. We back at the beginning right here. All right. Hey, it is what it is. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. What else do we got going on here? Okay, we got a free dating ass ninja coming up here. It says guy takes his date home, not even in an hour, okay, into the date after he claims she wasted his time and she said she's not fucking. Okay, so we got the I don't pay ass nigga. All right, so let's break this down. This is a good one on Straggle Sniggle Theater. Young brothers, pay attention. The master explain guy is here. Time tricks lose again. The possibility of sex loses again. You guys gonna hear me though, but I know you free ass niggas, that's what he's supposed to do. All right, that's what a real man's supposed to do. So let's hear the video, and we're gonna show you again, you niggas love to waste your time, don't you? You love to get it for free ass niggas. Okay, so let's see what happened. Let's see what happened.
You're seriously gonna take me home right now because I don't wanna fuck?
Bro, yes.
Why? I thought we were having a good time. Like, we were having a good ass time, just chilling with each other. We just got some snacks. Like, why can't we just go to the movies or something? I don't want to go home right now.
I drove a half an hour here. It's 2 in the morning. I'm not coming to hang out with you, bro. I want to fuck. What are you talking about?
Why are you talking to me like that?
Bro, we grown as fuck, bro. I'm not playing with you. I don't got time for...
You're seriously gonna take me home right now because I don't want to fuck?
Bro, yes.
Game niggas loses again. Game ninjas lose once again. Y'all gonna learn. All right, y'all gonna learn. Let's teach. Money, energy, attention, and time. All men pay. There is no such thing as really getting it for free. But let's break down his strategy. He's going to go get in his feelings because he feels like he made an investment that he should have been rewarded for. Merit. Okay? Merit. All right, I'm going to go hang out and I'm going to treat her nice. I'm going to trade her to Burger King and I'm going to try to finesse her off that poom poom. I'm going to try to finesse her out that poom poom. When it doesn't work, he pouts, kicks, screams, and cries and wants to throw her out. Bitch, I'm going to take you home. Now, you goof ass niggas are going to say, look, hold on for a second. There's a comment right here. Congratulations to him. Shout out to their brother for not falling for her scam. What scam? What scam? You're talking about scam for paying for snacks. I'm telling you, you goof ass ninjas, I'm calling you out on this bullshit. You fucked up. Alan Roger Curry told y'all messing up. What scam? You didn't tell her you came over to have sex with her. You tried to marriage your way to sex and cheap your way to sex. And you lost. and you lost. Okay? You lost. And look at you now, nigga. All right? So what scam? You didn't tell her. Let me see here. You didn't tell her that that's what you were coming over there to do. You never explained it. Give me a second. Okay? You never explained it. You tried to finesse your way to poom poom, and you got. You lost. Remember, women are trying to get you to do one thing. Men are trying to get you to do another thing. You're playing a game of chicken, and you lost. So now, since you got finessed, you took that L. But if she would have gave you the poom poom, she would have took that L. This is why y'all gonna learn that you paid. Now, what is he gonna say? I drove 35 minutes, time, gas, opportunity costs, whatever you have, but I don't pay. You drove 35 minutes up. You're about to drive 35 minutes back. You thought you was going to cheap your way to poom poom, and you lost. I don't pay, coach. Yes. Okay?
Gotcha, bitch.
I don't pay. You lost an hour of drive time and gas. You paid. Now, what else? You wasted my time. What time did he say? Yep. Trey Taylor got it. What time did he say he was up? 2 a.m. My nigga. You're up at 2 a.m. You can go to 2 a.m. wherever you at to Harry Hines, Aurora, Figueroa, and there's bitches out there, but you're up at 2 a.m. for this regular, degular broad. And you're going to say the bitches I get are regular. You're up trying to finesse pussy at 2 a.m., feeding her 7-Eleven snacks, thinking she's dumb. You think she's dumb. She ain't dumb. I thought we were hanging out. That's because you ain't on mode 1. Now you're on mode 3 behavior. Now you're in your feelings. Alan Roger Curry said you're in mode 3 because, bitch, nigga, you wasn't direct. And you tried to sneak your way into some pussy. Now you mad. I'm going to drop you off. You could have been asleep. Not only that, you could have been asleep for a good 3 or 4 hours already. You could have bought yourself some snacks. Remember, money, energy, attention, or time. You will swear that you don't pay for pussy. And I'm telling you, you're paying this way, guys. I don't even understand how you arguing against me. You're paying. This is not free. If he would have scored, it would have been what? 3, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. before he would have crawled in bed. How was this not paying? Nigga, you took 6 hours to get a basic piece of pussy. I didn't pay. What? And not only that, you used 4 hours up, drove an hour up and back, and now you gonna crawl into bed at 4 a.m. with dry dick. I didn't pay. I've never paid. This is what I'm talking about. You done wasted time, energy. Now you got to go to your Amazon warehouse job and you're tired at 8 o'clock in the morning. Paid gas. You paid attention to her. You spent time. You done paid all up the and now you at work mad and in your feelings with your mode 3 ass. With blue balls and dry deek. I don't pay. Guys, this is paying. There's no argument against this. You can call it what you want. You can call it what you want. It is no denying. That is paying all day long. That is paying. That is the very definition of paying. He didn't pay her directly. Nigga, he went home with blue balls at the end of it. And you paid for the snacks. Oh, we forgot about that. And you paid for the snacks. Okay? And you paid for the snacks. So, did you pay? Yes, you did. You end up trying to cheap your way to some corn nuts and some sunflower seeds and some beef jerky and a couple bottles of Gatorade and maybe some wine coolers. In any event, this is paying. How do you figure it ain't? Where's the argument that that's not paying? I love it. I love it. And you guys do this 50 times, 100 times, and come out the CGA and say, I don't pay. $100 in, you could have got your meat fixed by a 40-year-old Asian for the same in less time, in way less time. Paid in full and came up empty to try to finesse a basic bitch out of some pussy at 2 a.m. And you do this over and over and over again and then be arguing with me. That what? Gas is free all of a sudden? Snacks are free? 2 a.m. is free? Okay, gotcha. Woo-wee. Man, that's a cold, evil-ass world with you niggers. All right, anyway. And I said I was going to play this video, so let's go ahead and play it right here. This is a woman that said black men don't go to college. Let me know if you agree. She's saying why black men don't go to college. Here we go.
I told black men that they had to have money to holler at you. That's why they don't want to go to college. College is the long play. College is 4 years, then sometimes an additional 2 or 3, sometimes an additional 5 or 6, depending on what career field you choose. Y'all told black men they got to have money right now. So they're not thinking about 4, 5, 6 years down the road. They want to go make money now. And regardless of what some men will say, there are a lot of men out there in the world that do things to impress women. Women, y'all may not recognize the power that you have.
Facts.
But I am willing to bet my last dollar if we put more emphasis on being attracted to intelligence, being attracted to character, integrity, being attracted to commitment, determination, drive, I'm willing to bet they'll start going to college. I said what I said. Because if you stop and think about it, a lot of the things that we do is to impress the other sex. Now, I know y'all are going to say, I'm decentering men. I hear you. And men, I know you're going to say, I ain't worried about these. I get it. But we all want attention. A lot of us want to be validated. A lot of us want to be chose, be picked. And we will do the things to get us picked. So that might be why they're not going to college. Another idea is
what? A
lot of black men are being raised by single black mothers and they ain't got the money to support their sons through college.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Look at this sister right here. All right, look at this sister. She thinks she cooking, but she's right. I'm gonna tell you, she's right. But ma'am, this has been said by the greater people in this manosphere, especially the black manosphere. Shout out to the black manosphere generals out here. She's right. Unfortunately, I've been saying this. A lot of y'all, he said 2017 talking points. Absolutely. This has been said over and over here. I don't think, I think she thinks she came up with this, and I'll give her a little bit of credit, but great minds think alike, I suppose. This is obvious. I've been trying to say this for a long time, that a lot of people become gang members and thugs because this is how they think they're going to get to the women faster. They think they're going to, if they Pookie gets it for free, so I'll be Pookie. Okay? This is definitely a thing that happens. And I actually used to, remember this chart? Remember this chart that I used to put up where it said Asians divorce rate, whites divorce rate, Mexicans, Latinos divorce rate, and black divorce rate, right? And the who raises who? Well, when we used to talk about it, I used to say, well, Asian women typically don't stay on the cock carousel for that long. They sell some pussy when they 14 in the Philippines, but that's neither here nor there. If they're Americanized, they tend to pick other guys to mate with early on in life that are guys that are accomplished. So they're not picking Ricky Tan and thugs. They're picking guys that the guys know, I better become a doctor or an engineer so I can get a wife, and that woman becomes a tiger mom. At least they have a family. So there is an onus in that community where they typically have lower divorce rates. That doesn't mean they have happy marriages, but the women tend to pick guys that are accomplished. Like, they pick from that group of guys. Like, they might fuck around for a little bit, but they tend to be like, let me grab onto this guy, so that the guys then try to reward themselves to try to get to the woman by getting higher educated. Like, that's the onus. Like, what they don't do is the inverse, the opposite, where the black community, the women tend to have, as we showed in Atlanta, they tend to pick from the lowest of the scum. So then, as a result, men learn fast. Oh, wait a minute. The scumbags are winning, so why try? Why go get educated? Whereas the educated black men, they tend to lose. They tend to take lumps of L's. They take L's for 5, 10, 15 years, and they complain. But why these sisters picking that guy? So she is right on this one, although she thinks she's, yeah. She thinks she came up with this, but yeah. But what it does is it's going to then, so the women, she's saying the women have a responsibility in this. You can't just keep blaming the low class men and why they're not going to college or achieving or trying to become better when the women are selecting from that group of people to mate with, to have 5 and 6 babies with, right? To be baby mom number 3. You know, and so what is a guy going to do? I'm going to be Anthony Edwards, all right? I'm not going to be out here being a square. I'm not going to be a straight edge. I'm going to just go ahead and just pookie my way or gangbang my way or thug my way through it. Tupac with a degree. So, yeah, as she thinks she cooking, and I'll give her credit. I just wanted to play that clip. But this is definitely, somebody said, a 2010 discussion. And the normies are picking up with it. This is one thing that frustrates me about today's conversation about relationships. Much of everything that I see going viral today, Ninja, we've been done said years ago. And they're finally picking up on it, which I've been telling you. Normies are about 10 years behind. Okay? And this is why relationships aren't going to improve. Okay? They're not going to improve anytime soon. Because the normies are where we were in 2016, 2017. Let me just tell you this again. The normies are where we were in 2016 and 2017. That's where everybody is on the discussion. And they're going viral with it, which means, in effect, that was 9 years ago. Imagine how long it's going to take for everybody to get it, to correct this. It's going to take another 9 to 10 years to even get to where I am today, where then they have to acknowledge the monetized dating marketplace. So then all the people that are calling people tricks, they're going to then see the monetized dating marketplace 9 years from now. And then they're going to be like, do you guys realize that all of y'all wives were selling pussy? Do you realize all these 30 and 40-year-old women was out here on sugar daddy apps? Yep. That's how far motherfuckers are behind, bruh. They ain't no goddamn way we getting out of this. Ain't no way. As a matter of fact, let me play one more. There's no way we improving, bruh. Y'all way behind the goddamn 8 ball. Here's a guy right here. Watch this. Listen to this. Listen to this. He said the sugar daddy culture in Tampa is crazy. This is an example of normies way behind. This ninja think he cooking. Watch this. This is a Chad Light, a guy that been trying to date and normie date. And watch this. What did he discover? Shout out to Tampa Bay.
Sugar daddy culture in Tampa is out of control. I thought sugar daddies were these 75-year-old men who wanted young 25-year-old girls to keep them company, and they would take them out to dinners and buy them purses. No, there's an entire website. I'm not going to name the website, but if you know what I'm talking about, you're guilty. That girls in Tampa are on to meet men who pay them to hang out with them, basically like a sugar daddy relationship.
Brothers, cooked. Sooner or later, Anton Daniels is going to have this conversation in about maybe 3 years. Because he's avoiding it. Shout out to Anton. You know I love you, bro. But 3 years from now, Anton will have a full open discussion because this audience by then can handle it. You guys are cooked. Bye. Let me just tell you something. I've been to Tampa Bay. I was in Tampa in the year, I want to say 2004. No, I take that back. I was in Tampa around 2010 and 11, and this shit was full going by then. In 2010, 2011. This shit, Tampa was already known for a place where this was going on. When you walked into Tampa, Tampa got some decent strip clubs, by the way. Right? I went to Tampa back then, and I knew it was mahi-mahi. I knew what time it was. You had a boat, you were good, nigga. You had a stripper, them girls was monetized in Tampa. Tampa been litty for a long time. Right? Tampa been on that shit. That Tampa is a sugar daddy culture. Tampa is mahi-mahi. He said it's an escort state. And here's this nigga. Do you know there's a website? Bruh. This is how slow you normies are. I've been telling you this is monetized dating marketplace. And this nigga's like, do you know? Do you realize? And then he said, I thought it was just old creepy dudes trying to get teenagers. Nope. I've been done told y'all. I've been done told y'all it's not like that. Y'all be fighting and arguing with me. All right, I get it. Do you guys realize you niggas are late? Yeah, he's more of a Brad. You're right. Yeah, Brad. He bradding out right now. And look at him. He been dating, normie dating. He probably found out some bitches that he was dating out here in these streets. All right, look.
In these streets.
Tampa been on that shit for a minute, bruh.
And I'm like, oh, I'm talking paying for their hair, paying for their nails, paying their bills, paying their insurance, paying their rent.
Brothers, normies are late, man. And you've been taking these bitches out on regular dates. At 2 a.m, getting a pat on the head. Brad, you're right. He is more of a Brad. Do you guys realize this? This is what I told you. They're literally going to not listen to me. And in about 3 years, this will be popular content. Give it 2 years because everything's moving fast now. In 2 years, they're going to forget that I was saying this in the year 2020 and 2021. They're going to completely forget that I was telling y'all this from the beginning. You guys realize that there's regular guys? I thought these were old horny guys that couldn't get pussy. But they just out here just paying the rent and moving on and sending them home. And they're in full-blown relationships. Gentlemen, I'm ahead of the curve. We're ahead, man. This is why I'm telling you. And listen to me. Dude, relationship marketplace is cooked. He on here. When was this? March 23rd. Do you realize they're paying their rent and getting the pussy and sending them home? Do you realize their boyfriend and girlfriend, these are men that are 40 and she's 28? I thought I was running game. All the game niggas are going to start talking like this. You're going to hear them all. All the guys that said, just watch all the Manosphere content creators. I'm telling you, in 2 to 3 years, they're going to say they're mastered this. They're going to say they knew it all along. When they told you, don't do it. And they're going to start pushing the monetized dating marketplace. The monetized dating marketplace is here, bro.
And I'm like, oh, there can't be that many girls on this website. It seems like it's a random site. I guarantee you, fellas, a girl that you're talking to or you've spoken to in the past is on that website.
Ninja, we cooked, bro. We cooked. We cooked. Straggle and Sniggle Theater, bruh.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride.
Yeah, bruh. They gonna make courses, all of that shit. And they will not say CGA was right. They will not give me no props. They're going to take dating. They're going to have courses and play-by-play. These coaches are watching me now, and they're watching me, waiting for me to fall down on my face. Wow, bro. There's girls you took on a date that are probably on this site. Nigga, I told you that. How long ago did I tell you, bro? I've been telling y'all for 2 years straight. I've been telling y'all since 2019. They're going to be selling it for bottles of water. They're going to be doing this. They got sugar. Yo, man. Man, this shit is wild. I love this shit. I love this shit. But, yep, you know they ain't going to give me no props. They ain't going to, man, we should have listened to CGA. Ooh-wee. Who wants to know about this? Who wants to know about this? Relationships are cooked, y'all. You're going to find. What did I say? What is your future wife doing? Your future wife is doing this. Leveraging options. Leveraging options. I've been telling you this. Ooh-wee. Y'all are cooked. Who wants to know about this? There's going to be, and I said monetized dating marketplace. There's going to be a link that tells you want to learn about the JUCO. You want to learn about the JUCO. Click the link, gentlemen. It's here. If you don't know it, y'all better catch up. Dude, I've been on this since 2019, 2020. I've been revealing this since back then. And it's been, there it is, Leo K. I've been telling you, y'all behind the 8 ball. What did I tell y'all? Y'all getting priced out of the dating marketplace. What did I tell y'all? These are going to be your girlfriends.
And that's you.
I said Gen Z is going to be marrying these women. You're going to be left marrying these women. And there goes Brad. Do you realize there's girls you probably took on a date? Yes. I realize this. I've been teaching this for 2 years over on Locals. I've been telling you this since 2019 on YouTube. And Ninjas is like, y'all, this is y'all gonna find the fuck out. All right. Who's shocked right now, man? Man, good luck to y'all, brothers. Let me get to these super chats and then we'll get into this main event. Good luck. Relationships are not they're FUBAR. Relationships are FUBAR in the future. Or you're gonna be marrying an OnlyFans bitch. The likely especially if she's attractive. What do we say? 9s and 10s are monetized. 9s and 10s are monetized. There's no getting around it, guys. And game is dead. I've been telling y'all this shit for a minute. Game is dead. It ain't gonna help you out here, especially a highly attractive woman. And even the mid women. And there's a sugar baby listening to me that's probably one of my girls. And she like, damn, nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm always ahead of my time. I'm just too ahead of my time, man. I'm just willing to take a risk and acknowledge it. But I look today at some of the Instagram content and TikTok, and I can't even look. It just disgusts me. He said, game been dead. Like Instagram and TikTok content disgusts me because I see it and I'm like, I can't believe this is going viral. I can't believe that this is the conversation now. The conversation is old as fuck. And you guys, they in the comments going crazy. I'm like, these conversations are old as fuck. And I'm like, and y'all think relationships are returning tomorrow? Nope. We still got to go 9 years to catch up to where I'm at today. Because people refuse to see it. He said they sleep. Ninjas that sleep. Y'all behind, man. Y'all behind in this.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door.
All right.
And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old.
Shout out to our brother here, Mr. Inquisitive, CGA. I like how you're incorporating that sugar-free line. Do you have the stomach? He says, LOL, you should have that as a trigger sample like you have those other sounds. I know, you're right. I do. I need to have that. Do you have the stomach? You're right about that. Let me see if I'm going to actually pull that up real quick. I'm not going to play it, but just to remind me, do you have the stomach? All right, just to remind me to actually get it. Because y'all don't have the stomach, y'all. Y'all do not have the stomach, man. It is cold-blooded. Ooh-wee. All right, shout out to our brother Victor R. He says, what's up, coach? Just wanted to show some love. I've been watching your content since you first came on the YouTube. I read your books way back then and been leveling up ever since. Let's go. Victor Rojas is in the building. Shout out to my OGs out here. Shout out to my OGs. Gilbert W says, hey, coach, can you give me a quick opinion on hypergamy? Is it real? I heard you gloss over it in a previous episode while I was working. Yes, hypergamy is real. It's very natural. In fact, I know people want to talk about it. He asked about it. I don't know if he's being facetious, but hypergamy is real, and it doesn't apply in all instances, which means, in effect, a woman could have a top-tier man and date down. All right, she could divorce him and date somebody that's lower. Now, that doesn't mean hypergamy doesn't exist. That simply means that at some particular point, the guy that she had, he lost her to someone that was available. So you will say, well, hypergamy can't exist if a woman can go date a pool guy, a personal trainer. Well, it doesn't disprove hypergamy. It just basically proves that she might have married the guy because he was a beta male, and then she's going back to the streets for alpha. It doesn't disprove it. But let me just say this. As people want to progress the points, I just want to progress the points. Hypergamy is beneficial to humanity. Hypergamy is beneficial to humanity. So as we say these things, 80-20 rule, this actually is in nature. Hypergamy is in nature, which means we become smarter, faster, better, taller. We become more innovative. It challenges men to become better. Women get to pick from better mate selection. So it forces adaptation. It makes humans better. So as hypergamy doesn't benefit men and it works against us and we're all prone to be victimized by it, in fact, it weeds out the weak. It weeds out those who don't adapt. The bonobos. It makes sure that the better genes mostly get passed forward. We have a society now that lets the weak talk, where in the past, you couldn't talk. All right, so the bird-chested niggas have a voice, and then those guys think they should be rewarded with pussy because they have an opinion. So as people have been saying, hypergamy and women are hypergamous, you will find that it is the most beneficial thing, natural selection. It helps us become better. It makes us become smarter. It makes us become faster, bigger, taller, bigger, faster, whatever it is. And that's a reality. So we got to face that. Just like alpha fucks, beta bucks, like along the line, you do have to say that it does stand up in nature where hypergamy does benefit humanity. Yes. Stream glitching again. Either YouTube is having problems or I am. So yeah, people ain't gonna like that part. Why should the weak extend their genes out? All right, refresh the stream. I'm sorry if they're having some problems there. Yep. Why should the recessed chins move forward? What you also have seen is once we've got prone into allowing science to dictate birth, right? You've seen the disappearance of things like testosterone. So we've seen testosterone increase in men. What has also coincided with that? Well, women have had kids older. And I'm not just going to blame the women. Women have had kids older. Alpha fuck, beta bucks. All right. So women have had kids with men that were, last minute ditch effort, save-ems.
And that's you.
I was watching something and I was reading something and somebody was saying, what happened to Adam's apples? What happens to Adam's apples? Adam's apples sometimes is a sign that someone has high testosterone. Remember, you used to see white dudes, especially white dudes, skinny white dudes that have this big ass Adam's apples back in the 80s and 90s. It was something weird. Every time you seen a nigga swallow, you see this fucking Adam's apple come up. Well, have you seen that? No. That kind of disappeared because also coinciding with that, you have the group of men with the lowest testosterone in the history of masculinity. As a result, what else happens? These are the people who are not being selected in mating. So women are selecting the top 20%, even in the remaining males. So those guys are losing out. And not only that, you also have women doing IVF. And then they raise these bird-chested niggas, all right, and they protect them and coddle them. We also seen what? Men living with their parents longer. And not only that, people are defending it, which, you know, for me, I have my opinion on it. I have my opinion on it. I have my opinion on it, but it doesn't support popular opinion. Which means, in effect, what will happen is, since men are living with their parents longer, for whatever reason, economy or whatnot, they're starting life later, but by the time they start life, the woman's fertility window is at the end. So you're saying, yes, I love my kids, and when I'll do whatever, it's smarter economically, they're going to save for a house. Yeah, okay, fine. But they're also starting life later, and they're tending to start life later at the end of a woman's fertility window. So 28, 29, 30. Then they enter into the world possibly not being picked while they're living with the parents. Thus, they're trying to fumble through life and getting hit on the head and learning the hard way. And women are not giving them the benefit of the doubt. Oh, you still live with your mama? I'm out. So then you have a complex problem where the women that are in their fertility window don't have men to pick from. So what do? They take birth control and they fuck. They ride the cock carousel, sell pussy, and then they come out here and select beta males.
And that's you.
Okay, so it's a complex conversation that is cause and effect. Well, yes, you love your kids and they can't afford to live, and it's unfair to kick kids out at 18. But you do realize there's a cause and effect relationship. You can't have something like that doesn't affect something down the line. Okay, so this causes this. What's the effect of it? Well, there's nothing wrong with it. You love your kid and you want to protect them and you want to make sure they save and you don't want to push them out, and we shouldn't push people out at 18. Okay, that's fine. What is that going to cause? What effect does that have on the world? Relationships, testosterone, stick-to-itness, testicular fortitude. There's going to be a negative effect, a consequence, a repercussion of that. So then when the repercussion shows up, I'm going to say it's because we coddled people. We didn't force them. We don't want to force them and put them out there and they're not prepared. So we had things like the military and college to facilitate this transition. But less people are saying you don't have to go to college. You can stay home and commute to community college. Okay, you can do that. What's the effect? There's going to be an unintended consequence of that action. You can't just say it's a smarter decision to stay at home and commute to community college and nothing's going to happen. Oh, yes, something's going to happen. And later on down the line, we got to pay for that. So, yeah, you save money by not going to uni, but you stayed at home until you're 22 and you didn't transfer to 4-year until you're 22. There's going to be, you lost grit. You lost toughness. You lost the ability to overcome adversity. You didn't so there's always going to be something that comes out of something. And this is where we have it. So the women are like, we want to settle down and get married, but we still have men and women stunning their adolescence. I still feel like a child. I had a woman that was 25 sitting here telling me she feels 16. I still feel like I'm 16. She's 20. She might be even 26. I still feel like I'm 16. And of course, she still lives with her parents. I mean, this is nothing. That's what they're choosing to do, and it's fine. Well, families stay together at some point. Okay, nigga, okay. But you're going to have an unintended consequence. Something's going to happen. You can't just say this is the best option and nothing negative is going to happen. There's always a side effect to everything. There's a side effect to too much vitamin C. Vitamin C is seen as a positive. If you overdose on vitamin C, you're going to get sick. So just because it's a positive doesn't mean there's not a negative consequence if you overdo it. Okay? So, listen, we could have the argument and say it's in a better situation and we show love and we're not going to push our kids out there. We don't need to prepare them for life at 18. Okay. Well, what's the negative effect? Women are having babies into their 40s. Why? Because we have this frontal lobe developing, easing into life, economy. We have relationship problems. Yep, too much water will kill you. So there's always a side effect to something, and we got to accept the consequences down the line. This is why it's a very complicated issue, because then people get offended. Similar to hypergamy. Hypergamy has been treated as a negative in the manosphere space for many years. However, if you think about it, hypergamy has benefited us. Humans have become taller and taller over the years. Since the beginning. We now have people average height 5'9", 5'10". If you went back 30, 40, 50, 60 years, average height 5'8", 5'7". Now you see people commonly walking around 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". What does that make us do? Well, you have people now that can be more athletic. They can do greater things. Like no longer is George Mikan the tallest nigga in the league. Nobody else is tall. Now you have a lot of people that are 7 feet tall, and that can be a lot of George Mikan niggas, right? So now you have better athletes, and you have better people. Now you have women selecting from that people and producing children, and now that's hypergamy. So hypergamy has a lot of benefits to nature. If you want to be down with it, there's not always a negative. It can be a positive. And then on top of that, you do have a lot of women that openly admit that they're hypergamous, and it's not a negative to them. It's not a negative. You thought women would be ashamed of being hypergamous, and now we found out that they're like, hypergamy? Oh, yeah. Now, whether they all benefit from it, that's the conversation. That's not my part. But now we learned that women are openly saying, absolutely hypergamous. I'm absolutely. So we have to realize, what we see as a negative doesn't mean that the women are going to see it as a negative. Now we learned, oh shit, they're admitting that they're hypergamous. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think you were joking about that conversation, but I said it anyway. All right, no government name E. I say all the time, as a black man, you have to wreck your life to be loved by your own people. Shaking my head. And they will celebrate you for wrecking your life. They will celebrate you. They will celebrate you. Especially as a black man. Black men have said, niggas that come home from jail get a cake and a party. Ninjas that come home from college, nothing. Currency bagged me a 20-year-old 8 out of 10 in the face. Problem is, she's a 6 o'clock flatback. Okay? Can't have it all. Can't have it all. You want a pretty face woman? The body probably going to be bad. Which one do you want? TB, coach, I saw Pearl cook that Daily Wire religious Mitch the other day with many of your talking points. He's utterly helpless. Shout out to Pearl for giving you your flowers. Your message is gaining critical mass. I am pop culture. Shout out to Pearl Davis. Mikey says, yesterday I was watching a few of your old vlogs on the Notorious channel. The California days, I decided to go monk for 90 days. No sex or squashy. Never mind. Just focusing on starting this business and leaving my job. Thanks for the inspiration, coach. Good luck on your journey. Good luck on your journey. What do they do with ninjas that come home from jail? They give them cash. They prop them up. They bring them shoes and clothes. All right. They give them a cake, a birthday party. They buy them weed. This is typical in minority communities. We need to celebrate him. He coming home. You come home from college, crickets. Oh, you got your master's degree? Oh, you think you my master now, nigga? Oh, you think you smart? All right, college boy. Nigga, I can still whoop your ass. You can't whoop my ass, though. Yep, they bring him Henny. They get him some pussy. They line him up some pussy. All because the nigga was in jail. And he committed the crime. Yep, Latinos too. Latinos do the same thing. All right, minorities do the same thing. This is not just a nigga problem. And trailer park trash, white people do the same thing. All right, this is why people keep being poor. Yep, they line the nigga up with some pussy. They buy him some hookers and strippers, all of that shit. Take him to the strip club, let him feel some titties. All right, you come home from college, Nathan. They don't pay down your student loan, nothing. They give this nigga $20,000 in cash to blow at the strip club. And he was guilty. He committed the crimes. This is the backwards progress of a people. No government name, SD. I don't know if it was last night or this morning, but you talked about how tired wealthy people look. And normies don't understand what it's like to be the one that everyone else leans on. Everyone else that looks for answers. A CEO gets paid so much because the crown is heavy. All right, Damon Wayans talked about this recently on his Shannon Sharp. He said, you think because I'm famous and wealthy that it's easy? He said it's exhausting, because people, you have a payroll. You have people that look at you and say, hey man, take care of this problem. Take the care of this problem. But you throw good money at bad. So that's typically what happens. But of course, when you make it out, there's a guilt related to this, and it feels like you do out of support. But you're gonna have a payroll no matter what. Yeah, it's heavy as the head that wears the crown. All right. So if you want to be a big boss, which we're gonna talk about next, you want to be the big boss. Are you willing to be the one where people see you as a means to an end, as their solution? You are the solution. You can solve their problems, which are temporary problems. Are you willing to be that? Okay. Because that comes with it. It does come with it. You can't just be immune to that. I mean, you can and just say nobody gets shit. All right, but just see how happens. That don't last very long. But do you have the stomach? There was a clip back in the day, and this is really the main event. We just talking. There was a clip back in the day of the SMU football program. Shout out to Eric Dickerson and Craig James and the head coach. I met these people. My mother ran an event and organized an event with these people. I actually happened to meet Coach Meyer and all of the greats for the SMU Pony Express back in the day. They were ahead of their time. They were the first team. Well, they weren't the first ones, but they had an NFL payroll. They literally had a payroll. They got caught and got the death penalty, which doesn't exist today, but they were the original NIL. All right. And they were unashamed. They didn't give a hell. They had Oral Barons and the good old boys back in Texas and the old Southwestern Conference. All right. In the 80s. That were they had a war against all of the universities of Houston's and Texas, the old SWC, the old Southwestern Conference. Well, SMU football used to pay their players, and they just said we gonna cheat. we fixing to cheat. All right, we fixing to cheat, and nigga, we don't whatever. So they ended up going from not a very good program to a big program overnight. And so a lot of people was cheating back then, but they said, we just going to cheat, right? We just going to cheat. Well, when they start getting caught and punished and slapped on the wrist, the reason they got the death penalty, yep, they were trying to compete with Miami. The reason why they got the death penalty was because after they were getting caught, they couldn't stop cheating because, and listen to this. This is the blue chip. Why couldn't they stop cheating? I want you to listen to this. This is what happens when I compare this, this is going to talk about when you go from 5-figure problems to 6-figure problems. Why couldn't they stop cheating? Why they kept getting caught? Why they kept getting caught? It wasn't that they kept re-cheating. It didn't mean they kept re-cheating, but after they came back, the NCAA said, hey, y'all got to stop doing this. The reason why they kept getting caught is because they said, you don't understand. You don't understand. We can't stop cheating because we have a payroll. Meaning we made promises to these people for 4 years. So you're caught us paying these players. You came in 1983, whatever year, and you said, hey, we caught you paying these players. You need to stop. The problem was they made promises to the players. They couldn't just say, hey, we got to stop paying y'all. Now they don't got no players. Everybody's leaving. Or the player's going to say, hey, you promised us. You said you were going to support us. You said X, Y, and Z. They can't stop. Now, I'm going to make a comparison. When you start becoming from 5-figure nigga to 6-figure nigga, once you start and people see you as a means to an end, your children, your relatives, your wife, your ex-wife, your mama, I need to buy my mama a house ass nigga. I need to support them. I got sugar babies. I got payroll. I got maids. I got personal trainers. Once you start, you can't stop. So once people find that you are the king, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and you are the 6-figure nigga, you are the cash cow, you are the one who made it out. Once you start, you can't stop. Just like SMU. People like, oh, latch. They dig their claws in and they dig in and you start helping your cousins and your homeboys. You got to be careful. Once you start, you can't stop. So you then start saying, yep, the golden handcuffs. You got people you're supporting. People depend on your contribution. They're going to watch you sink before they say, all right, no more. They will watch you sink before they stop receiving your support. So when you meet a guy who winning, he has a payroll. His mama, his daughter, his wife, his ex-wife, anybody that does services for him, any girl that he's having to date, marry, fuck, fornicate. These are payroll. You meet a rich nigga, he has a payroll. You go from 5-figure nigga to 6-figure nigga. You can try to cut off all of these arms if you want. There was a woman, an NFL player. I can't remember his name. You guys might know him. I've shared this story. And we into the main event, just so you guys know. We just talking, my G. We just talk. Employees, if you have a business, employees. Because y'all can be like, you could just say no. If you start a business and you employ 20 people, you can't stop. You can't just be like, I'm tired of these people. Soon as you do that, you got to get rid of 20 families and put their ass out on the street. So some people see their business going down, but because they know they support people, they try to keep the business afloat. They start taking out loans and going to loan sharks because they don't want to disappoint the 20 people that have taken a risk and worked for you. So you guys can say, hey, man, you don't have to do this. When you're ambitious and you're now going out there, you can't just say you're going to make millions of dollars by yourself. You're not. So you're going to need to employ people. They're depending on the money. I have people that I give just a little bit of money and they're like, can you give me that money? They do just a little bit of work for me. And they're like, hey, you went on vacation, so I didn't get paid. So what are we going to do? I'm like, bro, I'm on vacation. I didn't get paid either. Do you think they care? No. They don't care that you went on vacation and you didn't make money. They're like, I was doing something for you, or I was depending on that money to pay blah, blah, blah. You ain't a boss until you know this, 5-figure niggas. 5-figure niggas. You want 6 figures? This part of the game. You want 7 figures? This part of the game. You're going to need to get it. You can get the 6 figures by yourself. You want to get the 7 figures? You're going to need a team. You're going to need the network. You're going to need to get out there. You can't get 6 figures sitting in your 7 figures sitting in your room. So they're like, I'm dependent on this money. That means I look at you as a support system. I need that money even though I didn't do the work. You said you was going to give me this per week, and now I need that. I need that. I need to pay that rent. And you like, this little old money? That little old money. You think it's a little old money? Guys, they need that little old money. Okay? I'm telling y'all what's up. Telling y'all what's up. They need that little old money. You like, this little old shit? It's $200. It's $300. They need that shit. They depended on it. They waited on it. They worked for it. Even if they didn't work for it, they worked half-ass for it. They need that money. Okay, so now we into this main event. We preaching now. We preaching it. Hold on for a second. Let me get the right thing up here. Oh, I guess I don't have a slide. Okay. Now, going into that, if you depend on this and you're trying to rise up and you have these people and they're looking at you as a means to an end and you stop, now they have a problem and it just trickles down. Now they can't pay their bills and now that landlord has a problem. The landlord has a problem. Okay, now they have an eviction problem. Now the lawyers have a problem. It trickles down fast. And thus, this is why heavy is the head that wears the crown. This is why then you realize that you go to 6 figures or 7 figures and 8 and you want to get up there and I want the money. It ain't going to be just you. You're going to need people to get you up there. Then heavy is the head that wears the crown. Then you have a payroll and you have that to meet and you can, they will sink you before these motherfuckers say, hey, you ain't got to pay us today. You ain't got to pay us this month. You came up short. Oh, nigga, you went to vacation and you didn't work, so you didn't get paid. Well, you know what? We won't eat either. We won't eat either as we watch you spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on hoes and cocaine and excursions while they were sitting at home and can't do shit waiting on their $500 for the week. And, oh, okay, we won't get my $500 for the week. Hey, your girlfriend, your sugar baby, your daughter, your son, your wife, your ex-wife. You think child support cares that you took a vacation and you couldn't pay your child support that week? Child support, like, we don't give a fuck. Give us our money, nigga, or you're going to jail. Do you want to go from this 5-figure to 6-figure mindset? 6-figure to 7-figure? Guys in this space will just say, well, listen, you just don't have to do it. Listen, this is not reality. This is not reality. You're not just going to sit back and stack money and hoard it. It's just not even practical. And I ain't paying nobody. Nobody gets nothing. Okay, Mr. Scrooge, you going to get your ass whooped out here. That money ain't going to work for you. There's no way you can do this. Not many people can do that and go from 5 figures to 6 figures with no help. I know there's no banner, but I didn't have one. All right, I didn't have one. That's why there's no banner. All right, but let's just put this banner up. All right, if y'all want a banner, we'll just put the Mitch alert up. All right, that's a bad one right there. Let me see here. We'll just put the banner up right there. Okay. You think the government cares? Oh, man, you know what? I took your money and I spent it and tricked it off and I went on vacation. Okay. We'll wait for our money. You think they care? They're like, nigga, you didn't give us our money, bruh. Pay our shit. So you cannot play this game. You cannot play this game thinking that you can bring in 5-figure ideas to 6-figure ideas and just jump up there and you ain't gonna have no payroll. Government first in line, bruh. Then your employees, your support staff, and all of these people. Then your daughters and sons and family. Okay? and ex-wives and wives, then your girlfriends, then all the way down to your sugar babies and all of this shit. Down the line, nigga, you're going to have a payroll. You best be ready for it. You're not going to be able to just do all this shit on your own. You're going to not be able to work, okay? Pay up. And they going to have a deadline. Everybody going to have a deadline. I need that. I need that. I need that. So when you find that and women need to know this, they find a guy, oh, I'm going to just milk him. He got a payroll when you meet him. If he's an older guy and he's established and he makes money, he got a payroll. You're not just going to go in there and just you be the first one to the money. Remember that Asian woman? Oh, I thought I was going to be the first one to the money. And then she said I had to come after this, and she was shocked. She was shocked. I have to do what? I have to come up with X, Y. I have to be 8th in line. You're 8th in line, bruh. If he has kids, they coming up first. He got to pay for college tuition and all of that shit. And no, he ain't getting no Pell Grant and none of that. Okay? He ain't getting no Pell Grant. My man said I had to cut that check before the 15th. Facts. You better send that check, and that shit better be mailed. You know, mail. You should put it in the mail on the 15th, at least. So this space gets used to guys saying, well, you don't have to pay this and you don't have to do this and you can trim the fat and all of that stuff. This is not realistic. I'm giving you realistic advice. Let me go ahead and go to this one right here as another teaching point. Okay, that's another teaching point. The smaller you can keep this, the better. The single you are, you don't have kids, a wife, you ain't got no sugar babies, you ain't got no entertainment lifestyle, you don't have support staff, you clean your own house. You know what I mean? You don't have personal trainers. You don't have people. You cook your own meals and you can make 8 figures, 7 figures. You're good. But you still got to pay property taxes, mortgages, and all of that stuff. And there's a due date. So you think you're going to stack all this money up per month. I make $90,000 a month. And you just going to sit and stack it. And you ain't got to pay nobody off. Bruh, soon as that $90K in that month hit your bank account, they're going to be people lined up. Assessors, tax assessors. They're going to be emergencies, okay? Health issues, somebody down bad in your family. Recurring fees. It's going to start hitting you. I'm waking you up. 5-figure problems to 6-figure problems. 6-figure to 7 problem. 7. You're going to have your taxes, quarterly taxes hit. Kicking your ass. You was like, damn, I thought I was going to stack that 90. And you had plans for that 90. You was going to go get you a presidential Rolex. Then your payroll hit. Now you stuck of that 90, you got 60 or 50 or 40 or 30. That don't include all the money you going to put it to the side to get your crypto. Your BMW transmission slipping. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. And some people will be discouraged by this, but I'm going to tell you, this is way better. This is way better than 5-figure problems. This is way better than 5-figure problems. Yep, that quarterly tax hit. Where's my 15K? I need my 15K quarterly taxes. Then 3 months later, I need them quarterly taxes. Then child support. I need that monthly. He said, thought you was balling, and child support hit. We need that. Child support. We need that $1,500. I need that $1,500. Thank you. I'm picking up my Porsche on Thursday. $6,800. $6,800. And I put off some repairs. I was like, I'll throw that in there next month. And they got the car in there. They could have just did it. But that was another $2,000 on top of that. I was like, shit, I ain't coming off 10K. I'm going to save a little bit. Are y'all ready? Y'all not ready for this. This is why when we say y'all Mitches, y'all defeated, y'all loser mindset, this is real. Shit is real out here, man. Student loans hit. We need that $1,500. We need that $1,800. Student loans hit. Are y'all ready? Your air conditioning go off. Medical bills. This is life. I'm telling you. This shit is life. And as a man, when you stuck at 5 figures, it's tough. Let me tell y'all something. This is 5-figure problems. You got to transfer $100. You got to transfer $50. You got to transfer $250, $600. Do you know when you start making money, you got to transfer $40,000 wire transfer, to where if somebody asks you for $1,000, you're like, that's it? Easy. But when you're a 5-figure person, this is no shame. If somebody asks you for $1,000, you be like, what? You be cooked. But as you rising up to high 6 figures, into 7 figures, you are used to transferring $40K, $60K, $70K, writing $30,000 checks. And it's a mind fuck when you go up. It's a mind fuck. You're like, I just transferred $65,000. Down payment on the house, $60K. $150K. Wire transfer. He says, I'm not on that level, coach. I'm going to be honest. I'm making low 6 figures. Yeah. But you'll start transferring $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Just like that. Damn, I need to wire transfer $25K. Down payment on a car. Because, of course, you want to, you're getting the S550. You're getting a G-Wagon. What's that down payment look like? $65K. It's a big step. It's a big boy step. But these are why these people come out here and they just keep grinding and hustling and trying to make it work and taking out loans on top of their gains. Okay? You taking out loans on top of these gains. You paying for your kids' college. How much for the semester? $25K. Whew. Or they don't get to, or they piling on late fees. Are you ready for big boy? Because if you ain't, stay at the 5 figures and then get used to transferring $50 and worrying about your $16 Netflix coming out. Thinking that you got problems. Oh, $16 Netflix. I'm going to cut that off and I'm going to be able to eat this month. Okay. Hey, I'm not shaming you. I'm just saying, do you want these problems? Because it takes big boy shit. It's a big boy game. It's a man's game. You leave the boy shit and you go into the man's world. This is why these people out here are going crazy. This is why they ain't got time to run no motherfucking game. You want me out here talking to these bitches and I got to wire transfer $25K to the IRS? Kiss my ass, bruh. I ain't about to be at the club talking shit with you crooked teeth ass niggas getting shot so I can talk to some strag. Fuck that. Pussy on delivery. Yep, that hot water heater go out. You need to put a new roof on your house. Shit. Boss up. Because it'll cripple you if you mentally weak. It'll cripple you. Yeah, you need to cold approach 300 women. I'm sorry, what? My roof is fucking out. I got to take this HELOC in this home loan. I got to go to this loan shark. You talking about cold approaching 300 women? Pussy on delivery. I just need to get here. Come here, little girl. All right, here we go. Get the fuck out, bruh. You a trick, bruh. This is big boy shit. And shit be going crazy, bruh. All right, so look. It ain't no joke out here. It's boss up, but just know when you boss up, it gets real. Let me show you this. Basement flooded. You own a house, bruh, anything can happen on a house. Anything can happen on a house. At any moment, basement floods. All right? I've had people that own houses, and they said, nice millionaire houses. They said they woke up one morning, and they're in water this deep on the first floor. They woke up, they went downstairs, and they're fucking ankles deep in water. Furniture fucked up. All their furniture fucked. Carpets, furniture, TV stands, ottomans, entertainment, dining room tables, islands, drywall, baseboards. All that shit garbage now, trash. Mold, about to gum in there, so they got to get somebody up in here now. Bring them fans. All right? Get the homeowner's insurance. Wake their asses up. All right, you cooked. You like, oh, shit. You want to be big boys out here? Now your basement flooded. That shit just raining downstairs. You go down in the basement. It's raining down there. Okay. It ain't no joke. So you guys got to be ready for these things when you go from 5 figure to 6 figures and you go to 6 figures to 7 figures. It's a big boy thing. And I ain't trying to scare y'all, but shit happens, man. You cannot stay stagnant. You get a house. You get a house. You buy a house. You think you're going to sit in that house and not make a renovation, a repair? You think nothing's going to come up, emergency? You think you're not going to remodel anything? Okay, how are you going to sell the house? It's 25 years outdated. No open floor plan or whatever's going to be popular. You didn't upgrade the patio door. It's still a little piece of shit patio door. Nigga, ain't no upgraded windows. You got the same windows on the bitch. You ain't paint a wall. You didn't upgrade shit. You didn't remodel the sink. All your shit. You got green shag carpet. Okay, and then you're like, I want to sell it. And Zillow says, I gained $150,000 in equity. No, you did it. Because I'm going to walk in there and be like, oh, shit. Damn, it's dark as hell in here. Nigga, look at all these goddamn divided rooms. Dining room table all over there. Behind the wall. Look at this old-ass goddamn sink. You made no renovations. Your property is not appreciated how you thought. Because now I come in as the buyer and like, oh, I got to spend $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 to upgrade this shit. I got to knock this wall out. I got to upgrade the appliances. The whole kitchen fucked up. You ain't got no island, nigga. This kitchen is enclosed by 4 walls. You got a swinging fucking door that goes back and forth. I got to upgrade this shit. You got dog pissy ass carpet. Oh, bro, you ain't getting no $150. You ain't getting no $150,000 equity in this. Popcorn ceilings, asbestos, wood cabinets and shit. Nah, bro. Pissy ass carpet. Nah, bro, you ain't getting shit, bro. I'm a low ball you. Low ball. Because I got to put $250K, $300K, $500K just in renovations to update this property. You smoke, walls all yellow and shit. Nah, bro, you ain't getting that. You ain't getting that, bro. And then you like, why my house ain't selling? The neighbors got X, Y, and Z. Well, they remodeled. They upgrade. They made repairs. They kept the house updated. They put in a new sliding door. They got grass in the back. They got they have a fountain, water fixture, swimming pool. Bitch, you live in the same house with no upgrades. Are y'all ready? When you got mold all in there, termites, mold, rats. You got pigeons in the attic. Nigga, you ain't getting shit. Green shack carpet, Captain Crunch crumbs from Saturday morning cartoons from 1986 in the carpet. You see what I'm saying? You ready for this big boy shit? You ready to man up? Y'all ready to boss up? But you bitch niggas won't give $100 to your stay-at-home wife for snacks. This is where this conversation in this space is comical with you niggas. You think tricking is out of control. And y'all niggas, and y'all want to, I'm going to make 6 figures and I'm going to do this and I'm going to be a boss. You ain't ready. You're not ready. And all of this I'm telling you is just life. And these things are going to happen. So you have to pick. Oh, by the way, you have a car. Your car 30,000, 60,000, 90,000, 120,000 miles, and you never got one service on it. This is how y'all live. This is how 5-figure niggas live, thinking they making it. Then when you go sell the bitch, or it breaks down, nigga, you got spark plugs from 4 years ago in your goddamn car. Brakes, rotors cooked. Then when you take it into the auto repair, they tell your ass $8,000. You like, the car ain't even worth $8,000. The car ain't even worth $8K. And they're going to be like, well, shit, you didn't get the 30,000, 60,000 miles. When you ain't got to get all that. Didn't you try to sell it on the marketplace and it's all fucked up? Come over and look at this bitch. And you know the Mexicans going to find the problems. They going to look at that goddamn engine. You ain't hit that engine with no goddamn high water pressure spray. They going to look at that shit and all that leaky ass viscosity oil in that shit. They going to be like, nah, bruh. All right, nah, bruh. I'll give you $500 for this. You better call 1-800-CARS for kids, nigga. You can donate this bitch. All right, shoot the engine, bruh. This shit is garbage. Oh, but the blue book says it's worth $6,000. Bruh, hell no, nigga. Hell no. Can you got your updated, let me see your mileage. He'll be like, I ain't buying this shit. Mexicans gonna find the problem. They gonna be like, They started and your shit, your engine, timing belt crying. Timing belt crying. 5-figure problems. Are you ready for this shit? 5-figure problems. He said you can sell any house. Can you make a profit? You goofy niggas. Can you make a profit? You can sell any house. By the way, I was a real estate agent. I'm licensed real estate and I did mortgage. You don't know about the market. You can sell any house. Can you make a profit? These 5-figure niggas always want to be up in here. You can sell any house. Can you make a profit from any house? 5-figure niggas always got to talk. 5-figure niggas always got to talk. You're going to short sell it and you're going to take a loss. You thought you had $100,000 and $200,000 in appreciation, and nigga, now you got $20,000. These 5-figure niggas be the loudest nigga. Go sit down. Go sit down. Can you make a profit? Shit, you can sell any house for a loss. I could take a house and buy it for $600,000 and sell it for $400,000. I sold the house. Did I make a profit? I took a loss. When I tell you people are stupid, people are stupid. And they open their mouth with 5-figure experience. They open their mouth with bullshit. You can sell anything for a loss. People are stupid, man. I tell you, man, people are fucking stupid. They talk so goddamn much saying stupid shit. I can sell anything for a loss. I can sell my car for a loss. I sold it. Did I win? I lost, nigga. You the type of nigga that go to the auto dealership and you underwatering your loan and you ask to trade the bitch in. You a stupid nigga like this. And then when you go in there and they say, okay, we're going to give you less money for the trade-in, below market value, and then you owe for the goddamn underwater difference, the difference between the worth and your motherfucking loan, you're going to say, why do I owe more? Because you stupid. That's why. Because you're fucking stupid. You owe more than the car is worth. They're going to give you under blue book value. You're literally under $10,000 on a trade-in, you goofy nigga. So I traded it in, but you owe, now they moved the $10,000 to the loan you just took out. Stupid. You can sell anything. I tell you, people are fucking stupid. And this is why you got so many people trying to live out a 5-figure existence when you need $100K and plus. You upside down, underwater, flip upside down in the shit, and you're going to trade it in like a dumbass. And then you don't want to put a down payment on the new car. But you can sell it. You can trade it in still. Stupid. This is why you at where you at. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. But anyway, let's give you some options in life. People are dumb as fuck. All right, anyway. People are so goddamn dumb, and you can't blame them for being so stupid. You can't blame them for being stupid. Then they want $500 payment. Okay, here's 96 months. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. As long as it's $500. But you're now paying, instead of 60 months, 96 months. What's wrong with that? People are stupid. Let's just call it what it is. And if you're a 5-figure person, you're getting eaten alive doing stupid shit like this over and over and over and over, and wonder why you don't get ahead. You don't make any adaptation in your life. But you want to make 6 figures. You're not ready. Because as soon as you get to 6 figures, you're going to get eaten alive up here. But you don't have to hustle. Work-life balance. You're going to get cooked out here. If anybody's screaming work-life balance and you don't make $250,000 a year, you need to sit down, bro. Sit down. You're about to get cooked out here. You about to get cooked. You can live off $3K a month. You're about to get cooked. Let's show you this. Let's teach you a lesson. Ladies, this is you. I got 30 more minutes. Oh, I do have super chats. So can I acknowledge the super chats? Shout out to our brother Black Fro. Says, been watching daily. Wanted to contribute to the cigar fund. I bought a box of San Cristobal Ovations in the building. I would recommend for you to try it if you're into full body cigars. That is a sponsorship. I'm rich, bitch. 100%. Thank you, brother, for that support. You've been a supporter for a long time. Thank you for that sponsorship. All right. Thank you for that sponsorship. If you're talking work-life balance right now, you getting cooked in life. You about to get cooked. On inflation alone, you're about to get cooked. Are y'all listening to me? I'm not stretching the truth here. If you're 20 and you still sitting here, it's okay to live at my parents' house and you ain't stocking up bigly. You don't come out with $90,000 in cash at the end of that. And you still assistant manager at Baskin and Robbins for 5 years, assistant manager at Subway, and you still say it's okay to live with your mama, nigga, you getting cooked. You're getting cooked. Shout out to our brother here, Macaroni Tony, ahead of your time, like you living life backwards. They don't know, and they don't have the vision. You got to have vision. You got to have vision out here, man. Thank you for the support. All right, we got our brother KP says, Guru Adams, hate seeing Mitches and ninjas raising your blood pressure. I wonder if you could recap chapter by chapter the Free Agent Lifestyle book for the ignorant ninjas who can't read. No, I'm not going to do it. He says, I will pay for them. He says, that way they will stop distracting you. They ain't going to listen. Here's my $13 on they fucking account. Love you, coach. God bless. Your favorite Gen Z. Okay. Thank you, brother, for that. We got my end. He says the testimonies that the brothers dropped in today's earlier stream was tremendous. Congrats to all the brothers who have been putting this guidance to work and getting great results. Appreciate you, coach. Can I get the Mitch song for reinforcements out here? Are y'all scared? Are y'all scared? Are y'all scared out here? Y'all scared to live. As they say, scared money don't make money. Teflon the Teflon barber says, y'all niggas better listen to Coach. I spent over 40 grand just to upgrade my house the second time. That includes moving my AC unit from the attic to the closest to the closet due to the condensation drippings. Boss up and go monk mode. He says, I don't cut for fun. I cut for fun. Shout out to the Teflon barber. He don't cut for fun. He cut for funds. $40K to move and upgrade his house to sell it. Or maybe you didn't sell it. 40 great. But some people, when you sell a house, you sometimes, as the seller, have to pay for whatever adjustments the buyer says. Just depends on how you negotiate it. But if the buyer says, and it's a buyer's market, they get to call the shots. And the buyer says, I'll buy it if you do X, Y, and Z. Guess what? If you're selling that house, you better do it. Or you can say no deal. Guess what? You didn't sell the house. I hope you didn't need to sell the house. I hope you didn't need to move to another state. Truth says, appreciate you, Coach. Love the show. I started taking out loans from loan sharks, and I had to end it and pay it all off. My wife cut her family off because I was too much because it was too much and too needy. He says, now we stay to ourselves, no kids with her, just enjoying each other and traveling. Fuck everyone else. You realize real fast why people who have money, why don't they help the poor? Because the poor is too stupid to help. Okay? You're throwing good money at bad when you help the poor. The poor is poor. Now, every now and then there's some diamonds in the rough in the poor. But the reason why wealthy people don't have the poor is because it's a waste of money. Okay? It's a waste of money. Right here. He says, how much are you paying on that Rolex that you own yet, that you don't own yet? Wow. Is that an assumption? I mean, you know, when they say you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and me. You think I'm making payments on a Rolex? I mean, people are funny, man. Look at this guy right here. How much are you paying on the Rolex? Man, I mean, really? You see this? Guys, you see this? you see what's going on here? Man, people are, dude, people really think they know what's going on in your life. Yeah, that's got to be a Trollo account. Man, I tell you, people think they know. There's a lot of haters out here. The Mitches are incredible. All right? The Mitches are incredible, bruh. Look at these guys. Look at them. Another Mitch right here. Ooh, wee. There's some really hateful men out here. You see this? Guys. Ooh, wee. He says Trolex in the chat. Man, I tell you, man, they really think they know. He says, I hate you. Yeah, look at this, man. I know you do. Yeah, man. There's some people here, man. They hate watch you, man. And there's a difference between hate watching you and, you know, trying to disagree. But there's some people in here, man. There are some really problematic people in this world. They're hateful about people. How much you paying on that Rolex? Wow. Really? You didn't see me buy the Rolex with cash? Oh, okay. All right. I know you hate it. Man, people are wild, man. It's sad to see. It is really sad to see. There's some sickness out here, and this is where we're exposing this. This is why this is important. These Mitch streams are important because there are some men who are gone, and they're never going to win. They might think they are. They're never going to do it. the male jealousy is worse than the woman jealousy. They just don't see it. Not only are they losers, they're defeated already. And they watch you in defeat. They watch you in defeat. It is a sickness. I guarantee, I don't know who the man is, so I'm not going to assume. But they are gone. There's no helping them. There's no helping the state of men. This is why I refuse to hate all men. I'm sorry. This is why I refuse to help all men, because they gone. There's no helping all men. The idea that you're going to be here helping all men is pointless. Yo. It is bad, man. Shout out to all the contributions here. He says, damn, coach. He says it can't be cured. Men can't be cured. And these men are the problem. Guys, we can blame all the ladies you want. When the men start getting challenged, here they come. You're going to realize you have a space full of men that are in pain and they can't be cured. They don't want to change. They don't want to change. They just want to be here. And they're mad. I once heard a content creator, and you know who he is, say he couldn't afford an editor. This nigga been making YouTube videos longer than me. You would assume that he would be able to afford an editor. He jumps on the internet and says, well, I can't afford an editor. Who motherfucking problem is that? So when I come in here and I'm beating them, this is why they mad. They don't disagree with me. They just know I'm beating them. Nigga, you in here supposed to wrote a classic book and you can't afford an editor. Who problem is that, nigga? Who problem is that? That sound like a you problem. That sound like your wife taking all your money. That sound like you don't know how to budget. That sound like you don't know how to monetize yourself. Nigga, let me help you instead of hating on me. Let me help you. Nah, not men. Too much ego. Too much pride. Too much I know better than you. So you're going to hate on me because I can afford an editor. So let's make a hate video on CGA. Sounds like that's your motherfucking problem. You see what I mean? That means your wife spending up all your money. Nigga, okay, how about you charge it to the game or charge it to your wife? How about you get your wife under control? You see what I'm saying? When I tell you why men do the things that they do, and shout out to all the men in here that are supporting this message and getting something from it. When I tell you there's a problem with men, there's a male sickness, not only in the manosphere space, there's a toxic manosphere space full of jealous, Mitch ass men. And this space cannot grow with these parasitic, scumbag, piece of shit men. And it's not that you disagree with me. It's that the hate is obvious. Or whatever it is, the jealousy is obvious. I said this years ago. The manosphere has a male jealousy problem. This is why I don't address these people. I mean, the content creators. This is the manosphere. This is supposedly be the space that we're supposed to help everybody and stay united. This is why I haven't united with these cocksuckers. This space is a piece of shit space full of fucking immature men that are supposedly leading you, jealous of other men and shooting them down. It has been proven, and this is why I'm doing this. This is why I've been called to this space to expose these people. Expose these men in this space. There's some panty-wearing men that are supposed to be leading you. Why they never ain't in here and there? You never see these people with their main account. They're always under some regular account, but they watching. These people are hurting, and I'm trying to lead you in the right direction. I'm trying to wake y'all up. But y'all being led by some panty-wearing men. Yeah. Y'all being led. Quick lesson here. When you're out here, good, fast, cheap, Quick lesson. Good, fast, cheap. Which one do you want? Pick two. I teach this lesson all the time. Most of you guys want stuff good, fast, and cheap. You want relationships good, fast, and cheap. You want to give your girls cheap tacos and her be fine, and you want her to give up the pussy fast. This is what men are teaching you in this space, to get all three. And you're not a man unless you can get all three, from women, from life, from business, and all of that. Women want things good, fast, and cheap. But if you look at this Venn diagram, it's not possible. So when I tell you game don't work and what these niggas are selling you, this theory, there's no such thing as a good, fast, and cheap. There's no such thing. It's not possible. It is an endeavor that you're pursuing that doesn't have great possibilities. You're going to waste a lot of time pursuing this. You want genuine burning desire and a highly attractive woman that doesn't want much money, and you want her to give up the pussy fast. You're going to waste your time. So in essence, you want to pick, at best, you're going to get at best 2 out of the 3. You're a business owner. You provide a service, a product. Customer comes to you. I need you to give me the best product, and I need it to be cheap, and I want it tomorrow. Kiss my ass. It don't exist. Why are you making the impossible my problem? So then what you'll do is you'll give them a discount. Okay, I need the business. Okay, I'll help you out. And then you deliver the product and they don't like it. And then they go on to Yelp and criticize you. He took too long. He said it was going to be available in 2 days. He took 4. He delivered the product. It was cheaply made. It wasn't as good as made as I thought. And then those are the people who come out here with a 5-figure ass and try to bust your business down, give you a 2-star rating, tell you you owe money on a Rolex, and they don't know shit. This is what 5-figure people do all day long. They try to find this solution through life to keep up with a 5-figure income. Instead of going to 6 figures, which would be much easier, they live this out for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and wonder why they don't get ahead. Why do you do this? You do this in dating. There's somebody out here that I can build with that's good, fast, and cheap. And they do this in dating over and over again, taking bitches out to snacks, staying up to 2 in, hoping that she bad, or you go, oh, she ain't as bad as I. They do this, and then they come over here and convince you motherfuckers that you got to do this. And if you don't do this, you're wrong. If you go for good quality, expensive and good, and pay for it, you're wrong. You could have got it cheaper. You overpaid. I didn't have to pay. And they brag about it. This is where we're at. Not only with men, but women. I want somebody put together, in shape. He's going to commit to me tomorrow, and I don't have to pay anything. Good motherfucking luck, ladies. Good luck, ladies. You ain't going to find nobody else out there. You want them to be put together, but commit to you tomorrow for monogamy. No. And you want him to just start spending on you so you don't have to break bread. No. And you washed up. You're not getting that. In fact, I actually tell the women in 3 things here. If you want a man like this or a man like me with sensitivity, you're going to pick from security, entertainment, and the third option is monogamy, which would be exclusivity. So security, entertainment, exclusivity. That's what I bring. Now, which one of the 2 are important to you? Which one of the 2 are important to you? You're a 5-figure bitch. You're a bartender. Bitch, you work in a dental office. Just like good, fast, and cheap, which one of the three do you want? Which one do you like? Do you like security, meaning that rent will get paid, you don't have a financial need? Okay, you like that, huh? You like to go on vacations and trips and all of this shit? You like that too? Oh, you also like me to be exclusive to you. You like that too? Okay, you ain't getting all three. I don't offer all three. I can give you two, possibly one. I can give you one for sure. You can get one. I don't mind giving you one of those. But the more I give you of that, that means the less I give you of the rest. I give you exclusivity. Bitch, you ain't going out to no goddamn vacation because I'm going to spend a lot of time with you. And also, the more time I spend with you, the less time I'm spending on my hustle. So no trips, no vacations, no high-end restaurants. And bitch, you paying half of the rent. You paying half of the rent. Why? Because I ain't on my grind, because I'm spending all this time exclusively with you. Trying to fuck you and impress you. Okay. Let's say you go for the security. I want you to pay these bills. All right. I'm going to need some time. And I'm also got a payroll. You want the bills and you want entertainment. You want to go to restaurants and dine and trap. Bitch, you ain't going to be the only one. I'm not going to give you my dick and do all of that. I ain't going to pay all the bills and give you exclusive rights to my dick. So what do you want? Which one's more important? You want security and entertainment? Bitch, I'm going to have a couple of bitches doing the same thing. All right, because that's how I roll. You don't get exclusivity. Again, good, fast, and cheap. But some of y'all making deals out here. Security, exclusivity, entertainment. Those are three things that I offer. But I don't offer those things together. They don't come as a package. You don't get to just get all of that and then just claim it and take it off the market fast. Which one you want, bitch? Okay, lady, which one do you want? Can you deal with one? Can you deal with one? Or I might be able to give you two out of the three. But what I'm not going to do is give you all three. That includes my wife. That includes the kids. That includes all of that shit. They'd be like, I want all three. Again, look at the center. It's not possible. You see the center of this Venn diagram? It's not possible. You're talking about something that is not a possibility. So which one? Pick one or two. You see what I'm saying? This is why you got to treat and how you got to treat morons and normies and five-figure bitches and niggas. You got to give them options. You can't, because they think they're entitled to it all. I want it all and I want it now. It's my money and I want it now. For the most part, the exclusive offer is going to give you way less. Let's take it a step further. The 5 love languages. Even the 5 love languages suggest you can't have it all. So they'll say pick one or pick two. So if I pick quality time and active services, guess what? You ain't getting no gifts. I ain't going to be there monogamously touching you, and you certainly ain't getting no words of affirmation, or you're going to get less of it. You are prioritizing this. You can't move the goalposts and then say, but I want this as well. Bitch, this is not Burger King. Goof ass Mitch, this is not Burger King. You don't have it your way. You ain't coming in grabbing all 5 of these. I ain't Mr. Perfect, but I'm close to it. So you got to pick which one. The one you pick or the 2, that means number 3, 4, and 5 will be lacking. You ain't getting that neither, bitch. Or Mitch. You're not getting that. Can't have it all. I'm only human. Yes, I'm not Mr. Perfect, but I sure am Mr. Wonderful. I am Mr. Wonderful. So we gotta put people into the reality check. We gotta put people into reality check. And yes, people are gonna steal my shit. the security, entertainment, and exclusivity. They're going to steal that shit. They're going to call it SA tomorrow. So even in the 5 love language, you got to prioritize what you want and what you're willing to live without. And security, exclusivity, entertainment. You got to do what? Prioritize what you want. Tell me what you can live without. Then I can tell you expectations. Let me go a step further and wrap this shit up. Somebody said this in my chat. Shout yourself out. I think it was Mr. Inquisitive. The more security you seek, the less freedom you have. Some people will say there's no inverse relationship related to this. Well, in relationships, true. In practicality in war, well, there's all's fair in love and war. So in war, it don't exist. However, if you want security from me, that mean, bitch, you checking in. You didn't check in with me today, you don't get security. You're going to have a Ring doorbell at your apartment. You're going to check in with me. You're going to do that. Well, I like to be independent. Okay, so no security from me. So you want less security and more freedom. What they're telling you guys is they want both. I want security and freedom. Ma'am, pick a struggle. Bitch niggas, pick a struggle. Mitches, pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. You can't have both. Which one do you want? I can give you one or the other. You want more freedom, less security. You want more security, you want to feel protected, you have less freedom. Then I'm going to be asking where you are, why you ain't check in, you didn't respond to my text last night. Oh, bitch, I fell asleep too early. Fuck you, bitch. Less security coming tomorrow. Okay, how come you ain't giving me more? You ain't checking in. Well, I don't feel I need to check in with you. Fine. Less security. You don't get both. You want to be free and fly like an eagle and do what you want. Don't ask me for shit but this dick. See, women today and Mitches, 5-figure people want both. They want both in relationships. They want all. And they want all 3. Cheap, fast, good. You bitch niggas, you game niggas, you want all 3. Or you're going to take her home and drop her off and say, I'm a man not putting up with her bullshit. It's not possible. It's an endeavor that you're going to find, you're going to waste mad time on. Ladies, you're going to waste mad time out here trying to be independent and seeking security from men. Not only that, you fucking wives out here who are divorcing your husband, you want all of these, but a little more of this, and you'll take just a little bit of that. It don't exist. And you guys got to start standing on your square and your principles. Even to the point where you go from 5 to 6 figures, you got to tell people the same thing. You got to tell your wife, you want this support? I'm going to be here less. I'm going to travel. Do not penalize me for that. Don't go fuck the personal trainer because I ain't here and you feel like a goddamn single mother who's married. That's your problem. You picked 6-figure nigga. Yes, I'm going to be answering phone calls during dinner. Yes, I'm going to go be on the clients. Now, the same thing for the ladies. Ladies, if that's what you do when you want to be boss bitch and you want to go to appointments and you want to take clients, go ahead. Press your luck. You're going to get less from me. It's just the way it goes. Pick a struggle. Bitch, I'm not waiting for you. I'm going to be at the titty bar. I'll be at the titty bar. If that's what you want and be Miss Independent and fly and free and go see clients and do this shit and tell me you canceling, all right, I'm going to be at the titty bar. I'm not waiting for you to come home so we can celebrate, bitch. Which one you want? All right, anyway, let me get to these super chats. I hope you guys learned the lesson out here, and I hope you guys know I'm smoking out and exposing these Mitches. It's a Mitch exposure season out here. Ace Boogie says, shout out to you, coach. He says, I call you coach common sense. He says, keeping it simple. Coach common sense. This is all easy shit. When you have leverage and options, you can deal with this. When you don't have leverage and options, you stuck out here trying to give your wife and your girlfriend everything. And it's an empty endeavor. You're going to find out why she pulled the rug. Well, she said, I was doing this good. I was a good father. I wasn't a good husband. Bitch, what? Pick one. Which one you want, bitch? You want a good father and a good husband? And you want me to spend time with you? Not possible. Not possible. You want me to? Not possible. You got to tell them that. This ain't possible. This is, you're asking the impossible. All right, so just pick one. But when you don't got leverage, guess what you're doing? Up at 2 a.m, feeding bitches snacks, trying to get pussy. Shout out to our brother G says, thanks for today's message. I'm going to be hiring people to elevate myself from 6 figures to more figures. Boss up 2025 out here. Shout out to y'all, Ninja. Boss up 2025. You got to.
Boss up, nigga.
You got to. There's no more choices out here, man. All right, you can't waste time. And people think they're entitled to this shit. You got to let them know. And then you got to be able to watch her walk. You got to be able to watch her walk. And you can tell her, give her the Venn diagram, pick 2 out of the 3. And she's like, I don't think so. Never mind, I'll be by myself. Goodbye. Goodbye. I've got to say goodbye, yeah. I got more women just like you, even better. I was giving you a deal, bitch. I was giving you a deal. All right, you don't realize I was fixing to change your life. Now, what I'm going to challenge you is find another me. This is called leveraging. Find another me. He says, cut the corner. This goes for you, Mitch ass ninjas. Find another CGA in this space. I dare you. You might think you have one. Find you one. Goodbye. Goodbye. I've got to say goodbye. Yeah. Dr. Love says this conversation was much appreciated. Can you please play the boss up?
Boss up, nigga.
My man said, look, Andrew Tate, must I remind you of the gay shit this nigga has said? Andrew Tate been talking about tickling booty holes for years. And I'm over here. Good luck, nigga. Go ahead. Go to Andrew Tate. Go to Andrew Tate. He been talking about tickling booty holes for I don't know how long. And trans women are just as better than ugly bitches. Go ahead. You can have that. Go ahead, bruh. Go to his war room all day long, nigga. And he can tickle your booty hole. And he can play with your little peen hole. And he can suck your little transgender dick. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, bruh. Go suck his dick when you get over there. I'm pretty sure he'll enjoy it, and you will too. You goofy ass, Duke shooting ass niggas. I mean, he said so much suspect shit. I have said no suspect shit on my whole goddamn show. But take your motherfucking suspect ass over there while he's fucking trying to get niggas. He talking about tickling niggas' booty hole so he can get money. Go ahead, bruh. Go ahead, nigga. He ain't on my level. Go ahead, bruh. Go ahead over there on him over there, bruh. And go wrestle with the nigga. He like to wrestle too in oil. Go do a oil wrestling with that nigga. Go ahead. Go ahead, bruh. You like the oil wrestle the nigga? I heard he like the kickboxing oil wrestle niggas. Go ahead over there, bruh. I ain't trying to shame him though, but I'm saying you like to see, you seriously like that shit. All right. A room full of men and shit. Watching y'all niggas wrestle. Go ahead. Take your ass over there, bruh. I ain't stopping you, nigga. All right, while he talking on the phone trying to get you for your money, telling he gonna tickle your dookie hole. Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, man. Take your ass up over there, fam. I ain't stopping you. I'll call a nigga out. Why? Hey, why people scared to call the nigga out on some sus ass shit that this nigga done got away with, bruh? He done got away with this shit, and y'all calling him a pimp. Oh, he making a bag though. Okay, nigga, bruh. Y'all got no integrity over here. Y'all got no integrity, nigga. I'm calling this shit out, bruh. I'll call the shit out. You 13-year-old niggas. Yeah, I heard they wrestled 13-year-old niggas in middle school over there. Going on over there then. All right. Go ahead, bruh. Hey, ain't no stopping, nigga. I'm the king of kings, bruh. They gonna make excuses. He was just joking. Okay, all right. He was still making a bag. Okay. Y'all cool with this shit, huh? Gotcha. Y'all nigga gonna give nigga passes for this. KGZ, thanks for everything. Been listening since day one. Shout out to you, King G's or Jeezy. Gentlemen, I'm 1 of 1. Ain't nobody in this space above me, bruh. It is the Coachellini, and I hate to put a target on my back, but shit. I'm undefeated in 8 years. I'm undefeated. You ain't got me saying no such shit on this motherfucker. For views. No crypto coin scams. No nothing, bruh. It's just me. Raw, uncut. The truth. Nigga, I'm like blue magic up in this motherfucker. I'm like blue magic. No cases, nothing, bruh. Just CGA. Just CGA. Shout out to Preston. He says, how do you break materialism from growing up poor? He says, it's live or live. When you finally get it, you want to spend it. All right, yeah, man. But let me just tell you, you'll run out of shit to buy. Okay. All right, that's when you'll get the 7 figures. You're going to run out of shit to buy. You're going to run out of shit to buy. All right, that's the reality. And once you start buying, you're going to realize, you know, all of that shit that you bought, it don't mean shit at the end of the day. All right, all them Rolexes and watches, yeah, it's nice for a minute. And you're just going to have a motherfucking box full of watches that most people can't recognize as real or fake, that they think you making payments on. Because they make payments. They make payments on their shit. So they think you making payments. They can't imagine that you got bread. But by the way, bruh, they can't imagine. All right, but you're going to run out of shit to buy. There ain't that much shit out here for men to buy. This is why men who make money tend to spend it on women. This is why women who know men make money know that they got money to spend on women. Because in comparison between men and women can buy little shit, knickknacks and 8 pair of black shoes and 10 red dresses. We tend to we're going to run out of shit to buy. By the time we buy a car, 2 cars, 1 motorcycle, some toys, a boat, jet skis, ATV, a couple of watches, 3 pairs of jeans, and 5 suits, we done. Right? We're done. What more do we need after that? You done buy it up 4 or 5 watches, a couple of Omegas, and a couple of Rolexes. What else? You just stacking on top of that. So you're going to run out of shit to buy. Then all of a sudden, you're just going to be like, all right, I'll just put it on the pussy. All right. Yep. You buy 8 pair of sneakers. Once you get past 8 sneakers, you just overkilling at this point. You don't even need the rest of the sneakers. You won't even wear them. So now you just stocking and investing and buying shit, and you buying shit that can appreciate. Okay. You just trying to not lose the money. So yeah, that's the thing. Look, get it out your system, bro. And then buy stuff that can appreciate in value so you can resell it. So if you want to get over materialism, make sure whatever materialism you buy, you can resell. So dumb people will say, a Louis Vuitton bag is pointless. A real one is not. A real one is not. Neither is a Rolex. Neither is a Porsche or Aston Martin or a painting or action figure collection that is accurate. That's not pointless. You spent the money. It looks pointless to a idiot. But soon as you say, I don't want the Louis Vuitton bag anymore, guess what? You could probably sell it with very little loss, maybe a gain. Maybe a gain. By the time you're done with the Porsche is still probably worth the same, or in a good market, more. And you got to drive it around for 3 or 5 years, and it's still worth, it didn't depreciate at all. Okay, so a Rolex, similar. Sometimes they depreciate. Many times they have an upswing, and you can make a profit. So if you're going to buy things materialistic, be smart and buy things you can resell. Don't buy things to impress people because they say it's popular at the time. You bought a triple fat goose. You bought a goddamn you bought some jeans that are popular at the time. Spent $6,000 on those jeans. But jeans go out of style. You bought some cross colors in 92. You can't do shit with them cross colors today. Yep, gold. So make sure if you into that and you're into it, make sure you know what appreciates or keeps its value. All right, and know what depreciates. Women, depreciating asset. Rent. Boats, depreciating asset. Lease. Plane, depreciating asset. Lease. Okay, in many cases. Depreciating asset. But if you buying stupid jewelry, bust down watches, depreciating asset. You can't resell it because it's custom. So that's the thing with materialism. So yeah, you can experience it, but then you do have to be relatively smart. Let me see here. When you're making purchases and materialistic. So people will say, Coach, you wasted money on that Porsche. Watch this. Let me see here. Let's see here. Pull this up. Okay. I won't tell you what I bought it for. Oh, no payments, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. Depending on it, let me see if I can get it down to the actual. See if I can get it down to the actual. All right. And it depends. You got to check it out. All right. Depending on the mileage, $129K. This is retail. You can sell it retail. There's people who will buy it. 137, 138, 148, 12,000 miles. Mine has about 28,000 miles. All right. 97. And I don't drive it as much. 6K, 133. All right. So it depends on mileage. But yeah, I mean, it's still relatively. This one says 158. Okay. It just depends. And then the longer you keep it, probably the better it's going to be for you because people get nostalgic about certain cars. All right, but it's still up there at near where I got it. Near. Of course, that's retail. If I traded it in or I had to offload it quick in a bind, I probably would lose money because you can lose money. You can still sell something and lose money. But depending on your location and depending on the trim and depending on how bad somebody wants it, which in those cars, people want those. They want those. And then there was a time when people couldn't get their hands on one, so they were way up in price. So if you're selling it on the black market or you're selling it you're selling on the wholesale market, you can still make money on it. All right? Or you won't lose a whole bunch of money. Now watch this. Let me show you this. Mr. I can sell anything. Okay. Let's look at Mercedes S550. Mercedes S550. All right. 38,000, 41,000, 70,000, 68,000. This should be 2020. Mercedes S550 between 36 and 82. I'm trying to make sure I'm not just picking out the bad prices. This one says 94,000. All right, but yeah, okay, 42,000. 42,000. Okay, but you know, mileage, 31,000 miles. Now look up what a 2020 Mercedes S550 costs new. It wasn't 38K, it wasn't 60K. It probably was 120K fully loaded. Now compare the two. And think about this when you talk about what you buy and what people think is a waste of money when these people ain't even in the conversation. They don't know what they're talking about. Why did you buy that one? Nigga, because it tends to be a car that doesn't depreciate, if at all, or very fast. The BMW or the Mercedes gonna drop like motherfucking flies. Okay? Drop like flies. I bought the last year G-Wagon. I bought the G-Wagon, I think the last year they produced it. Okay? Now, let me see where we at right here. So if it's the last year, people may get nostalgic about it. And I pulled it up. 107, 116, 179. And I have a G63. I don't have a G550. I have a G63, which is on the high end AMG. I have a G63 AMG. Let's take a look. 2021, 152, 179, 116. I think I don't even have but more than 12,000 miles on mine. 12,000 miles. 107, 154. So when you're buying things, people think you're wasting the money, but literally I can walk away and almost it's a wash. But I got to use it. I got to drive around and make content in it. I got the use out of it, and I can almost walk away, break even, lose a little bit of money, lose 10 or 20 grand. If you're getting in the cars and high end shit, you can lose 10 or 20 grand. You see what I mean? Now, does it make sense to you? By the way, join the money mindset. These are the things that we talk about that normies don't get, that we got to put behind the paywall. We go into it. We go into deep conversations about this. And plus, tax write-off. It's a company car. It's registered in an LLC. And I enjoyed it. I got bitches. I had fun. I made content. Some of y'all ain't ready for the conversation. You think I'm just dumb, just buying shit that don't mean. When I did I looked into it and said, what is the best buy? I could have bought the Lamborghini truck. Let's look this up. Lamborghini truck. 2022 Lamborghini Urus, which is basically, all right. Oh, it seems to be doing well. Okay, it still seems to be doing well. If I'm not mistaken, this is a $300,000 car. Let me see what the new Urus is. New Lamborghini Urus. What is the price on the new car? Okay, $275. $275. Let's see where it's at. 200, 219, 239, 229, 258, 192, 184, 314, 199. So I think it's dropping. It is depreciating, not at great rates, but you lost 80 grand here. On the high end, you lost, where was it at? 275. 275. Yeah, it's an Audi A8. So basically it's an Audi A8. But you lost some money. Not a lot. You lost some money. There is some depreciation there. And if you drive it as a main driver, I mean, ifs were fifths. But you lost some money. You lost way more money than the G-Wagon or the Porsche. Not even close. Okay? But it's an Audi A8. It's the same car. All right? And they don't even hide it. All right? Audi A8. It's the same car. All right? They basically build it on the same. Is it a Q8? Sorry, it's a Q8. They built it on the same, there's the RSQ8. All right, it's on the same body. It's the same body. All right, meaning it's the, the train, the drivetrain, and all of that shit. It's just a different design. It's just designed slightly different. All right, so, but again, I mean, it's not a bad buy. It's just that you're going to lose some money. You're going to lose some money over time. All right, so anyway, it's the same platform. But Porsches or Volkswagens too, but that's always been the case. All right. All right. Porsches or Volkswagens. All right. Yes, the frame is the same. You're getting the same car, drivetrain, and all that shit. It's just put in a different body style. But then you're going to lose some money on it. You're going to lose a little bit. Not bad. Appreciation, not too bad. But the more you go up in the price here, I don't even know if we can look there. You lost some money. $275 here for the brand new. I'm obviously on the used marketplace. Used marketplace. You probably paid a couple extra 50 grand, 40 grand, 30 grand, maybe 80 grand. Okay. Yeah, you're going to lose some money. All right. Way more than a G-Wagon and the Porsche. All right. So we can see. You can see. So make smart purchases if you're into materialism. There's nothing wrong with it, but just make smart purchases and do your homework. Meaning that you got to do your homework before you get the money. Oh, we got the car guy in here that's going to tell us. Noel says, hey, CGA, he says, show these dumb Mitch normie niggas in here the value of a 89 Porsche 911 930 flat nose. He says right here, this car was in the $60,000 brand new. I'm tired of these EBT poverty mentality normies. That's why I invest heavy in classic cars, not free punani. All right, let me see if I can look that up. It was retail 60 grand. Let's see what the price is on the 89. See what the price is there. All right, see what you can resell it. And if you've never been a part of Porsche, dude, Porsches maintain their value very well. So there it is right there. There's rusted junk. Okay, so it retailed at 60 grand, but now it's worth today between $160,000 and $500,000. Okay, and Porsches tend to be, guys, people are emotional about Porsches. All right, meaning that, you know, they're emotional about all cars, but you will find that people that own Porsches, they'll say, I bought my first one and I bought 5. And they still got the original one. They still got all of them. Okay, so the Porsches tend to keep value way longer because you have a small group of people that were born into it. They got it, and they keep these cars. They keep them in good condition. They can afford them. And all right, so there you go right there. And not to say my car will be in the same position because it's not a GT3. All right, there's other things that it's not. But I do have the black and gold trim, which is super duper rare. So even Porsche owners, Porsche. Okay, let me see here. The black and gold that I have is super rare. I mean, it's rare. Let me see here. So on the resale market, just because of the rarity of the kit, let me see here. Then it may go up. Let me see if I can find it there. You guys seen pictures of it? Yeah, this one right here. All right. And mine has the Porsche trim with the Porsche stickers. This right here is super duper rare, right? It's hard to find. It is hard to find. Like people, even Porsche owners see it and they be like, damn. So it more looks like this. Actually, it doesn't. I mean, this actually has more trim than that. It's hard to find. Like even in the pictures, it's not, you can't even see. Like I'm looking at it. There's no picture that matches mine. You can get this trim, but here's a picture that matches mine. All right, with the Porsche on the side, the red caliper brakes, the gold rims. It is hard. That's a hard car to find. So then that, since it's rarer, you got something that's rare. All right, I want one, and if they want it bad enough, they'll pay the price. He says, I live next to a Porsche dealership. I've never seen CGA's car there. Dude, I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple just like mine in Newport Beach. But it didn't look exactly like mine. It was close. Show them the money mindset, man. So it like you could go find that, try to duplicate my car. You can't. It is very hard to duplicate the exact car that I have, which means it's probably gonna command, if someone wants it bad enough, it could command a better price. You just never know if they want it bad enough. But I go to Porsche dealers, when I drop it off, they like, damn, right? They're like, that black and gold is crazy, meaning that they haven't seen it. And it's a Porsche dealer. It's a Porsche dealer. Like, they haven't even seen it. They're like, I haven't seen that before. So just think, man. So for the materialism question, there's your answer. Shout out to Rusted Junk. So make good decisions on your purchases. It could end up being more rare, especially down the line. All right. Anyway, I have seen close duplicates on my car, but it was in Newport Beach, California. All right. Shout out to Bob, says, you're right. As soon as I made more money, suddenly I had more bills to pay, such as my premium car insurance and maintenance for my 2 cars. I also had to pay more in taxes. He says, I have the money, but I had other plans to allocate my money. So there you go right there, man. You have these plans, but people come knocking on your door and they want $10,000 today. You know, and you're going to go buy a watch. Not today. I told you this one time. Child support took $30,000 from my account when I was in Hawaii. Do you have the stomach? Do you have the stomach to wake up one day? This is for the guy that said I have a Rolex on payment, by the way. One day I had 30 grand out of my account from child support, but I have a payment Rolex. Do you have the stomach? By the way, I still have money in my account. All right. So I ain't bragging, but I wasn't hurt. I wasn't hurting, but I wanted my correction. And it was an overcorrection, meaning that it was out of my control. They took it out because there was a settlement that I agreed to, and they reneged on the settlement, meaning that they agreed to payments on a settlement from a court case that my baby mama tried to extract money from me. We agreed to a price. And they said, we'll take payments. But good old child support, they're just going to steal it from you. But I had it in separate accounts. They found those accounts all in one motherfucking day. And they took that settlement money, but they took the same amount from each account. Okay. So the settlement amount was $9 grand. They said I can make payments on it, but they reneged. All right. And they just took the money. They took that from 3 separate accounts. Okay. Now, I'm in Hawaii with the nice chocolated sister that you saw on my receipts. I'm on vacation. But I still have credit. I'm good. Y'all would be cooked if you 5-figure, nigga. But they took it right out of my account. I'm in the middle of negotiating to buy a G-Wagon while I was in Hawaii. So this is like, what? I'm in the middle of agreeing to transfer X amount of dollars, which is 5 figures amount of dollars, to buy a G-Wagon while I'm in Hawaii. Child support takes $30K. Okay?
Straight jacket.
Okay? Are you ready for this? So I'm on the phone. I got a nice chocolatey, great looking sister. You saw the receipts. I got her sitting here. I'm on the phone. Can y'all fix this? Because I'm over here trying to transfer X amount of dollars to this Mercedes dealership, right? And y'all done fucked up my plan. So what are we doing here? Do you have the stomach? Do you have the stomach? This is a big boy conversation, and shit like this happens, man. It happens, and you better be ready for it. You better be always moving and stacking. So I had to go ahead and have them refund close to $20,000. They said one account, they'll send a check. By the time I got back from Hawaii, the check was in the mail. And then one, they reversed the wire transfer. So I got it back less than 24 hours. Okay. So they made the correction. And in California, this is why I know you cannot overpay child support, because I did the exact same thing, that Anthony Edwards shit. I overpaid and they sent it back. So you can't overpay, right? Because I still had child support owed after that. If they could have easily said, "Oh, okay, you're gonna owe us anyway down the line, so go ahead and apply it to that." They could have kept all the money, but because they don't accept overpayment, they sent me a refund, and I still owed child support the next month, and I owed it for about 4 more months until it got cut off and my son moved with me. So let me tell you, man, do you have the stomach? Right here. Do you have the stomach to be in this conversation? It ain't for the weak, but we telling y'all, don't be weak out here, man. Don't be weak out here, man, because it is what it is. Okay? Imagine you in Hawaii and Kauai on vacation with nice, pretty feet and pretty chocolatey areolas, and you out here trying to negotiate for the G-Wagon and child support dip into your account $30K, nigga. You like, yacht. And he says, "Coach, I used to sell Porsches for 6 years. Rusted Junk says, I still keep in contact with the dealership. Dealers want your current 911. There's only one in Minnesota like yours." Yeah, in places like Minnesota, they can't find my car. So if a guy in Minnesota wants my car, the dealer going to be like, "What's your price? What you want? You want 150 for it? What you want?" And I literally I would have lost no money. I would have made a little bit of money back on it. So again, with the materialism thing, shout out to Rusted Junk bringing the knowledge. You guys got to make smart purchases, right? People say Louis Vuitton is a waste. Dude, no, it's not. It's not a waste. A knockoff would be a waste, but Louis Vuitton holds value. Louis Vuitton, where is it at? Louis Vuitton holds value. All right, especially one particular type of bag or anything purse. Which one holds value? The monogram. The monogram Louis Vuitton holds value. So what is the monogram? So my luggage, if you see my luggage, it's all monogram. I didn't get the black checkered one. They tend to lose their value. All right, but I bought my luggage all monogram, okay, which is the one with the little LVs. These things you can sell and resell and resell and resell over and over and over again. This one, that's the classic Louis Vuitton. That's been the logo. That's the classic monogram that has been around for decades. Yes, Louis Vuitton. Yeah. That one's going to resell and resell. It's barely going to lose value. All right. So if you're doing it and you're going, I just got to have a Louis, get that one. All right. Do your research though. Get that one because that one's going to hold value. You're probably not going to lose that much money. Yes, Louis Vuitton bags generally hold their value well. But the monogram one, that's the one that's going to keep the value right there. All right, so when people say these are a waste, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Many cases, you can make use of it and resell it and lose very little money. Now, that doesn't mean you should go buy one. All right? It doesn't mean you can go buy one. But if you did, don't make a dumb purchase and it just drop and plummet. So do your research. So I got all of those monogram ones and barely use them. So they're in great condition. If I wanted to resell them, backpack, luggage, and I have a tote, what they call a carry-all. I wouldn't lose very much money. So if you bought a girlfriend that, do you give it to her or do you say you can use that? I'm not saying you can buy your girlfriend one. I'm just saying if you did, when you break up, take that bitch back. Rolex mostly holds their value. So there is a mindset. You're going to participate in commercialism. You better start making smart purchases. If you can't afford it, don't get into this market and don't just buy it because it resells. But typically, it seems like my purchase has been made with the mindset of, is this something I can resell? Is it going to plummet, depreciate quick? This is why I tell you, women are depreciating assets. Why would you pay top dollar for them to keep them? Why would you try to get them for free and then end up paying, and then get the rug pull? You end up tricking on them, and they get older and saggier, and their attitudes get worse, and they get jowls, they lose their hair, they get bitchy, they hit menopause, they get cesarean section scars and wrinkled up tummies, fat. They stop fucking you, and you still got to live with this motherfucker. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We out of here. Hit the like button. I hope you appreciate these gems, man. These are blue chips you can barely find anywhere. Join the money mindset. Join the money mindset. The link is in the description box below. We go into details on this one. And if you just a low level nigga, you a low level Mitch, stay there. We out of here. Peace.